So, welcome to session 13, 12 for me, because I like to do things differently. Did that rhyme? I think that rhymed a little bit.
Session 13, I have to do things differently. Dude.
No, different for me. I can't even remember what I said. Oh god, it's gonna be a special.
English isn't my first language.
No, it isn't. It is. So, last we left off, where's the map? I can't see from over here. It's fine.
The map's right there. What are you talking about?
Well, I can't see the print from here. I can't see the text. And I haven't put them into memory yet. I believe that... Was that session before? The Hilford session. That was
two sessions
two
ago.
sessions. Yeah, right.
Two
That's what I
sessions.
thought. You finished up stuff in Hilford.
Yeah.
Last session, you just left Hilford. I
No.
believe. No?
We left.
We made it to Relo.
Yeah, we picked up in the middle. We picked up last session in the middle of a field.
No, I'm talking about the start of last session.
Yeah, in the
We
middle
were
of
on-
the
we
field.
were on-
Okay,
way back.
that's what I thought. So I think I remember it was like
And then
somewhere around there-ish or whatever.
we,
Um,
you know,
Then you kind of travel for the next couple days, where
like
they
a week.
We met a
a week.
vampire.
Yeah,
a long
it's
time.
it's been a long trip.
I've known you guys too long.
I've known you guys too long. I'm growing too familiar, too attached.
I don't know about
No.
Keep putting words in his mouth.
Familiar, yeah, begrudgingly.
Of which they encountered in the middle of the road a vampire named Mordred, who revealed
that.
some.
You're still talking 2 sessions ago.
That wasn't two. That was last session.
No, it wasn't.
I thought that was last session.
I don't think that was. Was it?
Yeah, that was. No, stop gaslighting me!
I'm gaslighting
I took
myself.
notes for last.
I swear to God, Mordred.
Nah.
Was
2
he?
sessions ago,
No,
we
it
met Mordred, brother.
was.
Yeah, session 11, found
Yeah.
Vampire
We
Mordred.
started with Karuna's.
Yeah, we started with
Yeah.
Karuna, bro.
Get fucked.
Right.
Oh my god, that's right. I totally forgot about.
I forgot about that. Karuna met her
I met Lily.
Her aunt, I guess.
met Lily. I can't wait for when you guys figure out the actual what they're called. Cause oh my god,
Unk is gonna stick.
Aunts and aunts, bro.
Unk is gonna stick
I
for
don't know
now.
what they're called.
The glub 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 glubs.
April Fool.
Once we get brain blasted and can read ancient celestial god language,
Yeah. We
know,
all call
but-
him.
April Fool's session. Every time somebody says Unk, they take a D6
Of
damage,
Deflect.
of healing.
of which not is an attack roll. It just happens.
All right.
Fuck
What else?
you.
What else?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
What else?
So
third unk. Well, technically
yeah, that
first unk.
She seems like a nice little chill wine ant.
which
Yeah.
Wino.
I wouldn't refer to it as a.
The rich wine ant.
I have a really hard time. Okay, you know what?
Like the
Sure.
first,
The one that has no kids. I'm right.
No.
He's right. He's right. But he doesn't know why he's right.
No, he does. I told him that her homeworld is obliterated.
Okay, well maybe he knows.
Yeah, it was because
Does he know?
Because she became.
They suck the magic out of
Yeah,
land.
they
Yeah.
eat the
Um,
magic.
Or the Ethereum, or whatever they called it. Epherum.
Yeah, the giant tower.
I wrote it
creature.
down, but I'm not getting my.
I wrote it down
back
too, and
out
I
of
just
the
read
chat.
it.
it was just a big travel montage where Rue
Yeah.
got us lost.
Rue got turned around at Denavasi, to which he was very ashamed to admit until somebody pointed it out by literally seeing the sign going the wrong way as the back of the cart. After a short trip through the woods, they discovered that the town of Relo was in a state, to put it lightly. Yes,
pickle.
Relo is in. I'll pick it a couple of times, so
Something
hopefully
that's
it's right
really-
on camera.
Finger.
Keep going.
No, cut that out. So.
I won't be
I
doing
said-
such a thing.
I said finger, dude.
All right, we fought the tower at Relo.
Where they found a
A gray oozy blob tower.
strange structure / creature thing was, for lack of a better term, petrifying townsfolk. To which they drove it off from the town, and upon realizing that they didn't quite finish the job, they rested for a day and went to the crater where it headed to finish the job, more or less. And during that fight, at least towards the end of it, cracks were beginning to appear on the surface of the crater, after which the entire floor of the crater just cracked open, and down into the dark everyone goes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that is what
Yeah.
there was that good for the most part. I feel like that was okay.
That was
It was
fine.
pretty
That
accurate.
was good.
I need to actually start like doing like an outline for intros because this top off my head
Add
stuff
that to
is,
your
like,
prep.
yeah. I think I did it like once or twice, and then I just was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm not fine.
Come on, do you think the legendary Matt Mercer just rips that off the cuff?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think everyone needs their time to prep, and I'm still learning mine. So
All right. So what's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on.
Ooh,
Oh,
that was rough.
oh man. I'm gonna listen to that and I'm gonna get
Silently
jump scared
falling.
when I'm editing it. It's gonna be so loud.
I was like pointing up this way.
No,
my
was
ears
like-
are ringing.
Mike, right into it.
It actually probably peaked, so it's just like
Okay,
Yes,
So-
the fall.
you fall, and everything just goes dark. We'll just call it that.
Dark like
Like we
vision
lose
doesn't even work.
unconscious?
like,
Well, unconscious kind of dark.
oh.
You have dark vision now.
Yeah, we all have dark vision
We all
now,
have
so
dark vision.
this is bad. If we go unconscious dark.
And according to this, no, I'm re-rolling. I did the nebula thing.
So we actually feel ourselves go unconscious.
Well, I mean, eventually you assume what the ground like comes up and just
Because I have Featherfall.
you do.
I do.
And I have slow fall.
The question is, do I see them?
Uh-huh.
Because you said it was like
Oh, he can't see because it's
Do we go unconscious because we hit the ground,
Yeah,
or do we lose?
That was what would happen.
Oh.
However, if you wish to cast, it's
let the story ride, bro.
Recon.
I'm like,
You're still mourning your arm.
I mean, you're also prone.
I'm prone, but that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you're falling. You could always cast.
good.
Cast.
This is
Yeah,
just like
sure,
that time
yeah.
Nebula cast Wall of Force in the river.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Anyway, off topic. So do you want to cast Featherfall?
Yeah.
Do you have the spell slots too?
Well, I doubled my spell slots when we leveled up.
True.
Prior
You get the
to the Relo
effects, so I
Crater.
guess you probably get a spell slot from that, which you can use.
Well, I actually got 3.
Mm-hmm. Another
I
third.
have 4 first and 2 second now.
Oh right, you get second now.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
You
Out of
actually,
the-
you
Two
actually double your
levels
spell
after
slots.
every other
Out of the
caster.
Dark Ages. And he's
Can
a
you
third
cast
level.
Fireball now?
Oof.
So,
Yeah, so
I
do I
thought you were
see them?
traumatized by fire.
you do. How many people can you target with that?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think 6, but it's
Is
there.
it up to
Yeah,
one?
I think,
Okay.
I think it's yourself and 5 people.
Yourself and 5 people. What's the range?
60 feet.
60 feet.
60 feet. You, if we're falling in this order, you definitely would be able to be within 60 feet of everyone.
Dude, I'm sorry. I specifically kept that a secret to just whip it out.
No, it's fine.
I can tell you like a story beat or something.
I did. We're still gonna follow it, but it's gonna happen a different way now.
Yeah.
So,
Adapted.
Yeah.
everyone's kind of falling and screaming as you. How does your feather fall
So
look? How do you?
I just kind of like reach in my bag and I'm like, fuck, where is it? I pull out these little discs, then I like fling towards everyone, and they eventually just like you feel something like stick to your back, and it's basically just anti-grav
Oh, sick.
bullshit, and you eventually just start slowly floating instead of falling.
Whoa.
What?
You're welcome.
There was no scream from Gruna. It's just
No, I was screaming like a little girl. So
I was screaming like a ruggedly handsome man.
okay.
did it start out that way, or did
Yes,
you?
that one. Okay. Yeah, that's actually. So,
I'll get back to you.
how long did Featherfall last?
Good question.
1 round.
1 round?
Yeah, 1 round.
No.
But you fall 500 feet in a round.
No, but it
Not
slows,
with
your,
Featherfall.
it slows your descent to
Nah,
60 feet
it
around.
It lasts for a minute.
I was
Oh,
like, if,
good.
if it all
Really?
lasts
Oh,
for a
but it's 60
round,
feet around.
that'd be
Yeah.
stupid.
It's 60 feet around.
60 feet around.
Yeah.
30? 60?
The 60 feet around.
Okay, cool.
So we have 600 feet of falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe falling.
Mhm.
Safe falling.
Hopefully that's enough.
I'm thinking the scale of like this place.
Oh, this is
Ugh.
cool.
Yeah,
What
it's,
is-
If I look down, is there ground?
Not yet.
It's just dark.
It's just dark.
Man, what does safely float to the bottom of this place?
as long as the batteries in your things don't run out.
Is there like a
How long-
wall I can like?
How long will that take?
Not that you can see right now.
A
You're,
minute?
you're like smack in the middle of this, just what appears to be a massive cavern
I have like
from the lack of what you can see.
I have like one more set, but that's about it.
This is like the longest minute of my life.
So we found out. I throw up when it
Yeah.
comes to on
She
being on
hates
water.
boats, she hates heights.
She hates heights and being in flying. All right.
So the minute slowly passes until about like most of the way through you. What's everyone's range of dark vision here? Is it all 60?
60,
Is it
yeah.
universally 60?
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Unless you're a Durgar or a Drow, it's 60.
Or, well, I guess nobody's.
Yeah, we're all
sorcerer, so
60.
Okay, so you eventually do see like ground, and you float down to it ever so slowly, and about like 5 feet off the ground, the device runs out, and y'all just kind of like just
The
To the ground.
605-foot hole.
I just because I'm prone.
yeah
I started falling prone.
yeah.
That's rough. Ow, my face.
Oh man. Well, dude, good utilization of these weird circles. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, we'd probably be dead right now.
Yeah.
Listen. You guys, as a whole, kind of suck, but I can't let you guys. I can't let you guys die.
She greatly was
I respect-
She's
I
over
respect
somewhere
that.
throwing-
Oh god.
Is that orb down here? Did that fall as well?
Yes, it did.
Is it like a
You don't.
pancake?
You see like
Yeah.
Like ooze pools or something?
yeah.
Oh,
You see like a pool of just this weird ooze, like where you imagined it fell.
Oh, so it's gone though. Is there a
Looks like that's what it was kind of made of.
Is it an amount of goo that would make me think that this is the thing?
or is it like okay.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was
It's
like
a
a
big
straight
puddle.
pool. Yeah.
You investigating it any further, or well, it was a large creature, so
It was a huge creature.
Well, we used
huge,
a
right.
we used a huge mini for.
He said it was huge.
Oh, we used a
No, it was-
gargantuan mini for a huge creature. That's what we did.
yeah, we did some weird stuff there.
No,
Anyway,
this is a huge mini.
that's a huge mini.
It's just
But
the
on the grid, it was
the grid was off.
The
so
grid
they
was
are-
off, but it was huge for size sake, because I remember you couldn't pull it with the whip because it was huge.
Yeah.
So
Huge.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to take a closer look at this puddle, right?
Yeah, there's no orb.
no, surprisingly.
Yeah, let's
You
take a look at
do
this
as you
puddle.
kind of look closer with the ooze. You see something like kind of layering the top of it.
Hmm.
I'm not touching that.
Why not?
Because it's bad.
I'll take a little vial.
You kind of like attempt to like pull it up. You get the goo in there, but it almost what that ever it is on top of it is like a cohesive layer of something.
Hmm.
Is it worth saying I have goo?
I mean, you have goo.
Like vial of goo.
You have a vial of.
Is it like hard?
Are you touching the like top layer?
Yeah.
The top layer, it almost feels like a skin of
Oh.
sorts.
Is there like a warmth to it?
No,
Oh,
it is cold to the touch, but not like freezing.
Hmm.
Like raw meat.
Kind of, but like it's not. It's like not thick enough to be meat. Like it's pretty thin, but it's like thick kind of skin texture-y. Think like. Oh, I would say same level of thickness as like a crocodile skin, maybe. So decently thick.
I don't think I've ever touched
Yeah.
a crocodile.
It's like that thing.
Huh. Where are we?
Underground.
Perception check with my newly acquired dark vision.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Because that's how it works, apparently.
What?
It's dim light, so it's
It's dim
disadvantage.
light, lightly obscured, it's disadvantage.
If you couldn't see at all, it would just be nothing.
Yeah.
Do you want help?
I think I can use my own eyes. I rolled a 20 and a 16.
Oh my
Oh.
golly gee.
My
20 and
peepers are
16.
working.
So
22.
22.
Would have just been a 20.
You see, you appear to be
No, it would have been.
in some sort of
Four.
just huge open chasm now. I guess open now. As you look up, you can see the
Yeah, how much daylight is
Pinprick
coming
of hole.
down?
yeah.
We fell about 600 feet,
Yeah, so.
so we see
You
like
could see the
pinprick
pinprick of
light.
like where you fell, but no clear way of getting back up there.
Speak for yourself.
The guy with the cloud.
Yeah, I'm thinking, does my level 5 level up? No, as I didn't long rest. I don't have levitate.
I'm gonna
Wait,
just light my hair on fire for 20 feet bright,
there's
20
like
feet dim.
nothing around here.
Okay.
So it's just a cavern?
The
Just
so
a cavern?
far, the flames of Rue's hair kind of shimmer off of the oily whatever that remains of the creature.
Can I see the walls?
Not right now, but you assume there have to be walls eventually.
The big hole.
When does like the ceiling of this cavern start then? Like 200 feet, 100 feet?
Way
30.
higher. You can't see the ceiling, so.
So it's
I'm producing 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim. If that helps you. I don't know.
not really. If we can't see the ceiling or the walls now.
Yeah.
So like the ceiling goes like almost to like the hole.
Almost.
Damn.
Are we on
The earth is
stone?
hollow, guys.
Are we on stone?
Hollow Earth theory?
Some kind of stone
like that.
rock mix.
Like, does this look like it was like
we're-
like treated stone? Is this natural occurring
Big
stone
cavern.
Yeah.
floor,
It's
or is
like
it
what
like
I imagine
Yeah.
it is.
man-made?
Maybe an investigation.
I'm so dumb
Oh,
though.
Bro,
Okay.
Bro thinks he's a dwarf and has stone cutting.
Investigation with my minus
Right, why would we let him-
14.
Um,
It's not that bad.
with what little time you've spent in Loam, you can tell you got an okay look of the streets as you went by. This appears to be more of a natural occurrence
Okay.
rather than something physically made.
Gotcha.
I say we pick a
Should we just-
direction and look for a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we stay together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Should we
Alright.
break open this goo skin? See if there's
No.
something in it?
I don't want to touch it
Oh, okay.
more than I already did.
I don't
So,
know.
which way are you going precisely? Are you going towards or away from the goo? Like,
It's all away.
Yeah.
Just somebody pick north, south, east, west. Who cares?
North.
How do we know which way is north?
That's a great point.
You're telling me none of us
North-
picked the keen mind feet? Is that the north one?
that.
Looking at the goo, north, south, east, west.
Looking at the goo.
Why don't we just go straight?
Sure, that yeah.
So that would be.
We're going in this direction.
I mean, it's just
Okay, that would be that way. So, eventually, after about like less than a minute, you do eventually see a wall come into your field of vision.
Oh my god, a wall.
okay.
All right, left or right?
Still made out of stone.
Come on, flip a gold. Tails left. Roll
Do the
dice.
gold? Do the golds have? Do the gold
I
coins
think
have
only
a
copper
different?
pieces
Have a
have
heads
that.
and tail?
Yeah, they would have different insignias.
All right. Evens left, odds right. Left. I had to remember what I said.
Eventually, you kind of just all go to the wall and just kind of keep your hand on it and just keep going. And maybe a minute or so until you get to you see a faint opening in the wall. Some kind of cavern of sorts.
Yeah, there's a opening up here.
Do we like? Should I put my hair out? Because like, if we can see farther than this light provides, we should probably just remain kind of hidden, right?
I guess.
Yeah, smart.
I don't know what's there.
I'll stuff it
Yeah,
out.
there could be more. Actually, there could be anything down here. I'm gonna assume this isn't linked to the goo.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like good, right? You got it. All that out of the system.
There's none left in my system.
Okay.
Oh,
She looks disgruntled.
Thanks.
you want some jerky ration?
I don't want them right now.
Okay.
She looks a little pale.
Or you could tell, yeah, it's no longer purpley pink, it's mostly pink.
Verbal.
Purple.
Purple.
That's a what, 4?
That's 4 right there.
Anyway, who's leading right now? Just curious. No reason.
I'll lead.
Okay.
I'll take point.
Snatched.
As you kind of
I'll take the rear.
Also snatched.
What the heck, dude?
as you
I don't even know what that means.
bring everyone over to the cavern entrance and kind of take your first couple steps inside, you feel something like wet beneath your feet.
I'm wearing sandals too. Am I like sinking in? Am I
No,
feeling
you're
it
not.
on my feet?
It's like barely touching the bottom of your feet.
Like my feet or my soles? Am I feeling wetness on my skin? Is it
Very
like a
little,
puddle,
but
kinda?
yes, you are kind of. It's like a puddle.
Ooh. Hey, what's going on up there?
It's wet.
As you look down and see,
Yeah, I look down.
I look down. Of course I do.
Yeah.
As you look down, you will see the same sort of like ooze,
Oh fuck.
but in like almost a trail.
Oh, snail trail.
Stop! Man,
Oh, this is gross.
it is gross, but like I didn't need that image.
Can I? Can I step around it, or is it just the whole floor?
It's not the whole floor. You can find dry places.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around it. Yeah, watch your step. There's more of that goo on the ground here.
All right.
Alright.
Andrew, can you press to digitate my feet?
What is
Please?
that? Sure. I'll just like little sparks of like fire will go. You mean just like when you 3D print something with like the
You
metal
were
thing?
so ready to ask, "What's the magic?"
I,
You were so ready.
I had
Yeah.
foresight.
I don't know. I only do it for friends.
Oh, don't give him that power.
Thanks.
Of course.
Don't give him that power.
So are we gonna follow it?
That's kind of the only direction we've got.
Might as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Onwards.
As you follow the
Keeping an
cavern,
eye out so I don't step in more goo.
yeah, as you follow the cavern path down over the course of the next couple minutes, the trail becomes more and more faint until after about 10 minutes, it's just gone.
So we went the wrong way.
We didn't see any other paths.
No.
Well, we also entered the first one we saw.
So that means something came out of there.
Can we see the ceiling in this room?
Yeah, it's about a 15, 20 foot tall like cavern.
Is it
about-
just-
it's
is it
wide-
like a tunnel?
Yeah, it's
Or
more or less like a
basically a tunnel.
tunnel. It's wide enough for you all to stand like shoulder to shoulder and walk.
Well, it either. Here's what I'm thinking. It either was like losing more and more goo as it went along, and then it just like died, or it came from this direction,
I also
Yeah.
could have
or it went up. But
healed and
I
stopped
think it went
bleeding ooze.
that too.
That too.
That's worst case scenario.
That is worst case scenario.
I'm a worst case scenario guy.
It's okay. We always need one. You're special and useful.
Let's keep walking.
We gotta get to the bottom of this.
You really had to put special in there? Actually, you know what? No, I think you're just saying you're useful was like has a more of an undertone to it than saying you're special and useful. So I don't know.
Let's just walk.
Really, there was no winning that conversation.
Why are you still bringing it up?
Funny.
Silence echoes.
Dude, it echoed loud.
Silence has never been louder.
It was especially loud echo in a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Let's hope Sharoos doesn't have to shoot anything in here. Blow everyone's eardrums out.
Oh, true.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Single issue.
All right, we're walking down the tunnel though.
That's a question for later.
Onwards.
Eventually, you do find a crossroad. Left and a right.
there's no signs of ooze.
Nothing.
Digging for my gold again.
3 left, 2 right.
What?
Like 3 people left, two people.
Oh
right?
my
no.
god.
I'm not splitting up.
Oh, I thought we were trying to be efficient.
Sure, if we want to die.
I don't.
Evens left, odds right. Left.
Okay. You flip the coin and kind of echoes down the corridors as you decide to go left. There's really no way. Yeah, there's no way to tell that. Okay, so if you keep walking for what feels like just hours
My
of
feet
this
hurt.
tunnel, and it's like, yeah, it's
That's too
you have
bad.
no idea what time it is. Probably all of your feet hurt somewhat, and yeah, it's not great. But so far,
Are you enjoying this?
She's like, it's better than falling. She's had to walk very long distances for long times. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is fine.
that's why I said most. I'm assuming you'd be mostly all right.
She's like,
It's just a
this is
walk.
the worst. This is the least of my worries at this current time. As long
I
as
can
we don't
walk.
get lost.
I can do walking.
Oh, I think I'm blistering.
Maybe if
You
you weren't wearing those big ass boots, you wouldn't be.
Despite what my mini looks like, I actually don't have boots on.
Are you raw dogging it? What do you
No,
have?
it's
He's got like
I-
ninja socks.
yeah. I got like
Ah,
Yeah.
compression
It's got like slippers.
shoes. Yeah.
You
I
got
just did
those.
not pick my mini.
You got those shoes that have like the toe holes.
No.
No,
You try wearing a shoe with some soles.
Well, shoes aren't alive, so they really don't come equipped with that.
SOLES. Sole. It's a piece of leather.
Oh, well, my shoes don't have that.
I'm
We can
actually
tell.
I'm actually embarrassed how long it took me to get that.
Are we almost there?
You.
Oh, for
Don't-
you
We're all
what?
seeing
Don't
the
even
same
start.
cavern, Enderu.
I was just curious.
Do you want to take the lead? Might be more fun.
I mean, I could try if you're bored.
How long were we? Well, it's almost after long.
Yeah, it's hard
We're
to
walking
tell.
side by
Yeah.
side.
More than a few hours, if you had to guess.
Oh my
So it's
goodness.
like,
These
I mean, we're
are-
down here for the
It's-
day, bro. We gotta walk.
oh
out
yeah,
this
we
mountain.
got there in the
We're-
middle of the day.
We're stranded in the Underdark right now.
Holy moly!
It's like fucking dinner time.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we could take a break and eat a fucking food or something.
How many rations do you guys have?
2.
I'm thinking long term right now because there ain't no animals down here for Karuna to cook up.
Oh well, I have 7. I
I mean,
fed
there is,
9 of them to the horses.
Didn't you buy your own horse feed?
7.
Nah, I fed them
10.
rations with gold.
I got 4, so 14. You got 2, 16.
I have 23.
she's
Is that
Alright.
is that
she's
like
I remember she
kept
bought
rations or is that
That's
like
like rations.
okay?
she bought a fuck ton of them. I remember that.
Yeah. Plus, she's been hunting most of this time, so she
She's
hasn't had
got
to
like
use
the
them.
giant Boy Scout backpack on.
Which she carries no problem.
Yeah.
She's
I think.
just trekking.
All right. Hopefully, we're not trapped down here for more than 40 days.
Yeah.
Well, it's a tasty ration.
Hardtack.
Oh wait, we're
She's
stopping to eat. Okay.
As you guys stop to,
Taking
you
a-
guys stop to eat. Just take
Like
a,
mechanical short rest. Eat a ration.
Sure.
if you would like to.
How does that sound to the group?
Yes.
Yeah, even though I don't get
Do
anything from a
you-
short rest.
I do.
Have any sort of
Do you-
light source active.
Unless they wanted me to ignite myself again, I put it out.
I thought you put it out like way back in the
yeah, I
tunnel,
did.
So
Yeah, I think
we're just kicking him with a dark
I
vision.
think we're kicking it. Unless Karuna. Well, there's no wood to make a fire. Shit.
She has torches. She can literally just make a fire using herself.
Yeah, but there's nothing to sustain the fire.
She has oil and torches.
smaller fire, like a
Smaller
little
fire.
lamplit thing. But that's up to you ultimately if you want to do that or not. Right now, all of you can see just fine, just without colors
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
funny dark vision mechanics.
Grayscale.
And fortunately, this time it's not because of a certain entity.
Yep.
The goo.
What a good, well-deserved break. Anybody have anything on their mind that they want to vent out?
No,
All right.
no, we're still. If we're trapped down here for like longer than a day, maybe.
Oh, all right.
Once things get dire, we can. That's when I'll start venting.
I do enjoy your walk.
I mean, being up front was cool, rather than by myself in the back.
Yeah.
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 Not much to say about that.
No,
Guys ready to hit the road again?
I guess.
Yeah, we got nothing else to do.
All right.
Okay.
Walk till you drop.
About
Yeah, let's go marching one by one. Hurrah.
That's, yeah.
Hurrah.
Yeah.
about 30 minutes later or so, y'all are just kind of walking again, like counting the stones. Some of you probably just as you pass. When you hear like a sound in the tunnel in front of you, like a rock, like moving, like a small rock or something, as if it's like bouncing
Like a
across
pebble
the
got
ground.
kicked?
Yeah, something like that.
What was that? Ender, did you kick a rock?
No.
Did anyone kick a rock?
I think that's a mean thing to say to someone.
You hear the rock
That's serious,
move
not
again.
Should
This
I
time slightly closer.
look ahead?
Sure.
Anything that lives down here is probably more acclimated to seeing in the dark than we are. And then you can camouflage. Never mind. Do your thing.
Banging. For what it's worth, I'll make myself stone colored.
You do. He turns into stone, and not in the bad way,
True.
in the good way. What are you doing specifically? Are you going down the tunnel, kind of just hugging the wall slowly?
I'm just creeping it.
Make me a stealth check with your funny little advantage thingy.
27.
Damn. All right. As soon as Sharouz touches that wall, he just disappears for all of you. He's just gone.
Wow. He is good at that.
Yeah. He could really just sneak up to any of us and just backshot any of us with the gun.
You have to
Why'd you say that, dude? He wouldn't do that. He's one of our
word it
friends.
like that.
I realize when I word it, it's
I was gonna ignore it.
not mean.
She like she looks over and
His gun's
like,
not camouflage. It's
Sorry,
targeted
my
right there.
12 my inner 12-year-old.
It's like when you're in before Minecraft with like a pickaxe out.
it's like, are you sure this could be any of us or
It could be any of us.
What do you mean?
What could be you?
Why would
Yeah.
we never do that?
If it was going to be someone, though, it wouldn't be me.
He's so good at it that he passes like all of our passive perceptions. He could sneak up on any of us.
What's a passive perception?
That's true.
I haven't left
You
yet.
didn't answer the question.
What are you waiting for? Go check it out.
Take it as a compliment, Shrews, if you're still here.
Eventually you kind of like creep along the side of the tunnel, making yourself as invisible as possible practically, as the sound of the rock slowly gets closer and closer, till eventually you kind of see the rock kind of bounce into your field of vision. It's a small pebble, bigger than maybe something you could like fit in your hand.
What's kicking it?
And it kind of kicks about 10 feet into your dark vision, and as you hear like the clacking of some, almost sounds like something sharp hitting stone, but it's like in kind of a footstep fashion. And through the darkness you see a striking similarity to you.
A second bug.
What?
Granted, it's not like anything. There's something off about it. It's different, but it has chitin. It has a kind of similar head structure to you, albeit a little different. It doesn't appear to have 4 arms. It seems to only have 2.
What a fucking loser.
As it, you can hear kind of like clicking and chattering as it kind of, almost kind of bored walks forward and continues kicking the pebble down the path.
Oh, I didn't see him. That's why. Okay.
Hey, brother. One prayer.
Man, I wonder what Sharuz is doing up there.
We should probably be quiet.
You all right, sir?
I shouldn't just yell and ask if he's all right. All right.
Can I like try and like shimmy back towards them at this point, or am I just waiting for it to pass?
Well, it's like 50 feet.
How fast? That depends on how fast you can like move. Is stealthy movement considered half movement at all? Is
It's definitely not full movement.
It's definitely not full. Definitely not full movement. Although I'd say that this is what is your movement is like 30-foot running speed, right? Like that's if you're moving as fast as you can without taking the dash action, right?
You can speed walk 30 feet.
Okay, so it's more of like a speed walk.
Yeah.
You could try, but more than likely you're probably going to be matching his pace, if not, maybe a little faster.
What if I move with my cunning action?
That's a good
And
point.
just
If you wanted to use cunning actions, I would allow you to increase your movement speed doing that, and you'd be able to make it back in time.
a speed shimmy.
That was awesome.
As you speed shimmy, for lack of a better term, back to your companions.
He's been gone a while.
I'm back.
Oh.
So
Report.
there's another bug creature, not my kind. A tad forward. I have no idea what it even is. I've never seen that.
Was
You
it
know-
like person sized, like you?
A little shorter than you.
A little shorter than me.
We could take
Yeah,
it.
but aren't
No
you,
harm
aren't
comes
you
from
really
talking to
tall?
people.
He is.
We don't know if it's a person though.
But there are one of them.
He doesn't care either.
There's one of them and 5 of us.
Yeah, what's the harm? Maybe he needs help too.
You think it's better if you make first contact?
Hi there, cousin.
You're one of them city folk.
You're one of them city slickers.
You live from around these parts, huh?
I can try.
Or maybe if you
I mean,
talk into its head, you can even figure out if it's, all there.
Yeah.
it sounds like it's walking toward us regardless. So,
Yeah.
might as well
You
meet
can
us.
hear the pebble getting closer.
So I'll head on back over there.
If we hear a scuffle, we'll come running.
You'll see me running. I'll normal shimmy back in the direction the thing.
As you do, it doesn't take too long this time as you're getting closer to it, as it's getting closer to you. When eventually it comes into view again, still kicking that same stone.
Hello?
As you use your, I guess, telekinesis, telepathic abilities or whatever, right? It's telepathy. That's what the word is. Yeah, it's telepathy. You feel the message get sent, and then you feel it come back to you like tenfold. It is like it's like you basically screaming inside of your own head, and it hurts bad.
Hive mind.
As the creature kind of like, as antenna kind of poke directly up as it kind of looks around, almost not with aggression, but almost panic. As you're kind of like struggling to like stand with this just overload in your head.
We come in peace.
So you send that. That also comes back to you as just horrible pain as the creature kind of steps like a few steps backwards into the tunnel, and you also from this distance are able to hear it. What sounds almost like some kind of language.
Hmm.
You have no idea if it is or not, because it's, again, a series of chirps and clicks, mostly. But it's a safe guess.
You can respond back using your mind.
And it happens again.
About to get your head
You're gonna
exploded.
you're as you kind of like collapse in front of you. You see it just take like 2 more steps back before it turns around and just books it down like away from you. Almost like chirping some sort of. It sounds like a pattern that chirps, almost like it's saying a phrase.
Alarm. Alarm.
Intruder.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might be cooked.
A little bit. Oh well.
I'm surprised you kept talking after that first one.
Yeah, bro, I would have stopped.
Someone just put a bell over here and started ringing it. And you kept talking.
He's just a little stupid, all right.
You or him?
Him.
Heyo.
You eventually hear the pebble stop being kicked, but you are
Well, you definitely hear him sprinting away if we can get
yeah, and then you hear the clacking of what almost sounds like pointed like knives on stone.
Sounds like Charuz is running.
You think he's okay?
Should we go after him?
Just a normal walking pace coming back.
Hey,
Eh,
Hey.
it sounds like it ran away.
I don't think this will be fun.
Oh,
It didn't seem aggressive, but
Did I scare the poor thing?
it took off in the other direction, and
did it say anything back to you? Or-
not really.
What if he needs help, guys?
Like
We
that
need help.
vampire needed help.
We need help.
Yeah, that vampire did need help, and we helped him.
I have absolutely no idea what this little thing looks like, but I just imagine she's gonna pick up a roly-poly book. It looks like this.
I'm just
She's
imagining
yet
him
to see it,
both
so she's
us
like,
arms.
I just imagine this little guy.
This is what it
This
looks
is
like.
the guy.
So he ran back the way he came.
Yeah.
Oh, so she just follow it down there, right?
Guess so.
Onward, guys.
This is gonna go sideways so fast.
Agreed. But no other choice.
Well, we could turn around
We could walk
And do
4
what?
hours. We could walk 4 hours back in the other direction,
and then make that right.
It's probably just a hallway that ends after like 3 steps.
It's around the
Onwards,
bend.
I guess.
You continue down the tunnel. At this point in the tunnel, you can actually see what appear to be like scratches on the floor and the walls. Not like
big?
varying in size and length. None.
Do you remember Castle Miner Z?
Never played it.
I do. Why?
This is like the alien meteors. Crash sites.
Like
I'm just carrying around a little roly-poly, just
like when a bear scratches the tree, like marks the
She's
tree
so
up.
bored.
It's not. They're never usually a
She's so
series
bored.
of
She's
scratches.
like,
Bruno,
There's
I
stop
don't
one
playing
or
around.
two.
That's protein.
Like,
We're gonna need that. If we stuff down
Oh,
here.
snap. Okay.
there's sometimes just one,
Some more
sometimes there's two.
So
Some
it's,
are actually pretty big, while others are normal.
it's
like
denoting directions.
She's gonna end
Understood.
up keeping this poor thing hostage.
You-
I'm not sponsored.
I mean, if that's what Rue wants to think, that's what Rue thinks.
That's. I feel like that's too high level. There are just scratches on the wall for me. Guys, look at all these scratches on the wall.
I know.
Yeah, I don't want to meet whatever made them, but I know I will.
Hey, maybe they're nice people. You don't know until you meet them.
I don't think they're people.
Are you a person?
by proxy.
What does that mean?
Because they're just they're bugs too.
So what does by proxy mean?
Did it?
I'm a
Did
person.
it actually like speak back to you? Like when I assume you talked in his head.
No, I just got feedback, but it's
What's that?
it wasn't an actual response.
Shit, maybe they aren't people.
Who knows? We won't know until we meet them.
Walking.
Yep.
Eventually, it reaches about that time again where you probably would assume it's closer to night. But the more and more you go down these tunnels, the more and more your internal clocks are probably going to fade somewhat without any sense of the outside.
I'm getting sleepy, guys.
Well,
A little pill bug.
She's still holding it hostage.
this has got to be like their territory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like we just
definitely.
bumped into
Definitely.
the phone.
Could I know you'll stay awake.
I could too.
Yeah.
We could.
Do we want to try and break for them tonight?
I think we should.
I agree.
All right,
Might
our
as
lives
well.
are in your hands.
Wrong
We'll
person to
protect
say.
you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm gonna watch the direction that we're walking into.
Which
I'll watch the other one, I guess.
thought I heard your dad coming down.
Nah, they're buying new furniture.
I see. So
They need a couch.
everyone else is just taking their rest and
Have a nice-
sleeping. I'm assuming.
Use
Nothing.
the couch.
Very restless.
Sale.
Very restless rats.
Okay.
It's only used for 3 years. It's a nice couch.
This ground is very stony.
I wish I had a bedroll that I could let you use.
Oh, I have a bedroll.
Oh.
But it's not cushioned very well. It's just warm.
It's a sleepy bag.
Yeah.
Anything happen in the night time?
As a matter of fact, yes. But we will get to that.
He was working for them.
But we will get to that shortly.
You mean shortly?
Oh, sorry, I got to stretch. Make a dramatic pause a little
Do
longer.
we or do we not get the benefits of a long rest?
Not yet.
Bros, dramatic pausing.
Zeke.
I'm just hanging up
What?
Me?
Yes, you.
Dramatic resuming.
Dramatic resume.
Dude, that was dramatic as heck.
Why me?
Why you?
Yeah,
You're about to
well-
find out why you, maybe.
You're not even touching the crown, man.
He's not.
I'm getting
on
on.
bugs. What is up with them bugs?
They're touching you.
Ooh, yeah, the unk reached out to you.
You're deep in a sleep, and oh, are you dreaming about anything in particular? Does Zeke dream about anything in particular, or is he just like out cold kind of sleep?
He's out cold. Out cold. If he does dream, he doesn't remember them.
Okay. Which makes it a little more peculiar when you start to dream, in a way. At least you think it's a dream, as you open your eyes and you're no longer on stone floor. As you look up, you see, at first, to your just stars. Then you kind of look around as you kind of pull yourself up, as you see below you is a almost marble-like floor. Once you kind of stand up, dust yourself off a little bit, and look around, you see what appears to be a massive, glimmering palace.
This is weird. I get it. If I like look around, it's just marble and space, as far as the eye can see. And
Are you looking just around? Are you looking over
I'll,
the
do
edge?
it. I'll give it a 360. The edge.
Yeah, there's like you look behind you. It looks like you're on some sort of patio or something like that. Oh, not patio. Patio's a bad word. I don't know how to describe.
There's like an edge of this world.
It's like an edge
It's
of
like
the
a,
palace.
just like a sheer palace.
Palace you're on. As you're giving it a full 360. You said.
Yeah, I'm giving it a full 360.
As you kind of like go to the edge, you kind of just glance over. You immediately just look back up. It's just light burns your eyes as you're just like. Oh. So it feels like you stared into the sun.
Oh. Alright, back to the palace.
But the path in front of you is clear, although you don't see anyone.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only thing around. Kind of muttered to myself this Unk picked a fucking awful time for this.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yours picked an awful time?
What are you doing in my dream?
Sorry.
Kind of figuring out what to do next. You hear.
I'll start like
You start walking down the
Slowly
path,
walking towards
and then you hear just energy just burst behind you as you like turn around, as you see a older looking man with grayish hair, a longer beard, in some sort of mix between robe and armor.
this is like a man.
Yes.
Like, I can
no
look at this
three
guy and
eyes.
be like, this is probably a human.
He looks, for the most part,
Looks human enough.
He's somewhat darker, somewhat tanner skin.
Like me.
Kind of like you, but not.
Am I just looking at myself in the future?
Let me see. Let me see Zeke's. I can't see Zeke's complexion from here.
Dark.
He's a little lighter than you. A little bit. Complexion-wise.
Alright.
As he slowly, kind of shakily stands up, you will see that there is a good chunk of his chest missing.
Like,
As like around here-ish, like part of it's just flesh, and you can see bone beneath like the
Oh.
shoulder blade. As the man slowly kind of gets up and begins to walk down the path.
alright, keep your distance, man.
He doesn't seem to acknowledge you.
Alright, I'll keep my hand up and kind of like step back as he steps forward.
Keeps going.
Where the hell am I?
And eventually he's going to just, as he comes up to you, either you or he phases through you. You're not sure which. But he doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence, as he kind of almost walks through you.
The fuck? I'll turn around. Like, is he just like walking towards the palace?
Yes.
That's all I-
Something to note, as he walks by, his blood is a, like, silver gold. As it leaves a sort of trail almost behind him as he's trying to hold what back of it he can.
Well, as he passes me and keeps on walking, I'll like call out after him, like, "Hey, hey, what the hell's going on?"
No response. It's as if you're not even there.
I'm beginning to think I'm not even here.
Shut up. I hate you so much.
Well, I'm gonna follow after him.
You do, and as you follow him past the entry doorway, the scale of this palace kind of begins to set in. This is city-sized.
Like just the palace alone.
Yes.
Damn.
It's some of the most beautifully intricate architecture you've ever seen, and you haven't seen anything like the architecture before. Somehow, even in where you are, there are gardens with plants you've never seen before. There's fountains. It's like a paradise almost. As
Yeah, that's well and good, but I'm locked in on this guy.
as the man continues walking. Eventually, he reaches what appears to be a smaller little platform As he walks onto it, another beam of light will come up and he will disappear.
What the fuck? I'm gonna step on it.
As you do, the air around you begins to glow, and in the span of less than a second, you feel yourself disassembled and reassembled somewhere else.
Painfully?
Not
Oh, okay.
not painful, but very disorienting. The man seems, as you see the man continue walking down the path in front of you. You appear to be now in some sort of like towards the top of the palace, almost.
I'm gonna keep going after him. If I like run up and like try to grab his shoulder, do I just phase through him?
Yes.
I'll just keep walking along with him. I'm obviously not getting anywhere with yelling or trying to assault him.
Eventually, you appear to reach some sort of like, I guess a meeting room is the best term. There's a large table in the center with various seats around it, as well as towards the very back of the room. This is a massive room. There are huge chairs. Just like chairs designed for someone like 3 or 4 times the size of a normal person.
Damn. And it's still just me and him here?
As he kind of goes to the table, the very furthest back, and he kind of slumps back weakly. The bleeding is still there. It's not as severe, but yeah, it's still there.
I can't help this guy.
You're kind of like looking at it. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Just make me a perception check real quick.
I'm good at those.
19.
I'm not good at those.
What'd you get?
8.
Ooh.
2 on the die.
Oh, that's rough. You don't notice anything off other than the fact you have no idea where you are in this place.
No clue where I am, who this guy is.
After about a minute or so of him, as his hand glows and kind of tries to reknit the wound, but just fails, you will see a second beam of light come about 20 or so feet off to the right of the room, where a heavily armored figure with these sort of wings made of like jagged light will come down and kind of rush over to the old man. They are speaking from what you can tell, but you cannot make out what they are saying.
As they show up, I want to be like, address them, be like, hey, what the hell's going on here? Nothing. I should have known.
They continue their conversation, as like you're not even there. Eventually, the older man will kind of hold one of his hands under the missing part of his chest as a slight pool of like blood will form in his hands, and he will kind of materialize almost a small vial, and he will pour the blood into the vial, and he will hand it to the armored figure. And the armored figure will hesitantly accept the vial of this blood, as you feel like this is something important, but you're not sure why.
Is there any like immediate effect on the old guy?
No, he still seems just as tired and weak as he did before. As you will see, then the figure will nod and a beam of light will come down in front of the figure, the armored figure, and will kind of split open. Make me another perception check, please.
It's giving me a second chance, guys.
This is for something different. You failed the first one, I'll let you know.
8.
8.
Wow, that's
A 2 on the die.
it's really unfortunate. As you try and
I'm missing all of my lore.
kind of look inside to see where this, like, what's in this beam of light, it's too bright. You can't make it out. Or the figure walks in and disappears.
Oh my god.
As the old man kind of leans back and takes a soft breath as he continues to tend to try and fix the injury. With that, we will go to the outside group.
Actual things that have actual consequences are happening. Old man. Blood.
All of you, if any of you are curious, nothing seems to be happening with Zeke that would indicate this surrealism experience that he's currently experiencing.
He's just.
So what, we're probably like 60 feet away from each other?
He can't get comfortable on the stand.
Maybe.
I don't know how big of it. No way.
Nah.
No way. Like 20 maybe.
As I'd say, actually, I can't really say that because, like, you don't know how long people have been asleep for now. It's hard to tell
Yeah.
without a sun in the sky.
No, never mind, keep going.
As who is currently awake right now? And you said you were at different ends of the tunnel. You're where they came from.
I'm where we're going.
You're where they're going, and you're where you came from.
Where did you come from?
I would like both of you to make me perception checks.
Not good at these.
Succeed where I could not.
19.
Is this sound
Self-doubt leads to
perception
success.
or
Oh, are we at disadvantage?
I
Yeah.
would say
I feel like
I would
feel
say no because like you're both keeping out for something you can see and something you can hear. I'm assuming. This is more of a general perception.
I'm being diligent as heck.
Rather
I gotta
than
protect
a-
my people.
Diligent.
Diligent.
17.
Okay.
Well, that died.
Mm-mm.
You're both staying diligent as to not get jumped by whatever that was in the middle of the night. When
Roll the net.
Rue, you kind of feel the ground like shake ever so slightly.
Okay. Nothing weird about that. We're underground.
Which, I mean, is somewhat true. You did feel
Maybe
the
he does have
occasional
seven
quake
as
here
well.
and there when you were walking down the tunnel.
Same thing.
Then it happens again. A little too soon to dismiss.
Like, turn around to Sharu's. But he's looking the other way. Sharu's.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the ground like shaking at all? Or is that just me?
At first you didn't, and you're kind of like, what is he talking about? This next time around, you both feel it.
They're getting closer, maybe? Or something's.
I'll like trail like 30 feet forward from our camp.
Then you start to begin to hear something heavy hitting the ground.
I still talk to you?
How far is the range on that? Like 60?
120?
It's
Yeah.
120. Oh, that's sick.
And I heard what, sorry?
Like something heavy hitting the ground.
Hey Sharu's, it's me.
He doesn't need to see.
I hear something like heavy like hitting the ground, I think.
You hear it
Another
again.
30 feet.
You begin. It sounds a fair bit closer now.
Oh, it's like right in front of me, pretty much, I think.
I'm gonna wake them up.
No, do that, yeah.
Karuna, Ardor, Zeke.
Do I wake up?
Yeah. As you're kind of just sitting there, just like you've taken a seat at this point.
Yeah,
You're just like slump
I'm
back in
kicked-
one of the
I'm
seats.
kicked back.
These
like,
are really nice chairs.
they got cushions.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, they're really.
This
nice.
is luxury.
He is enjoying the luxury, but he's also giving it a good thinker. What the hell's going on here?
Explosions.
He's got his
And,
feet up on the table.
Not yet.
He's disrespecting this bright.
Oh, did I say
palace.
that out loud?
As you kind of just are sitting there, you feel like somebody has their hands on your shoulders. And you're like being shaken a little bit, and you're like, and eventually you're like, wait, I'm asleep, aren't I? And you're up.
Baguette.
That really do be how dreams be.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense in the world, and then you're like, wait a second, I'm
Yeah.
sleeping.
You're just starting baguette.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Like fish.
Fromage.
Poisson.
Perry.
Oh,
So
what's going on?
yeah.
There's a vibration coming from the ground.
No, I'm feeling good.
Immediately.
Short distance.
Is it getting any
Okay.
closer?
Yes.
I haven't moved yet.
Are you like hiding at all, or are you like,
Is there anywhere to hide?
not really?
No, yeah.
So
So
like, if you could give it your damnedest if you
those
choose
skills.
to.
I'm just trying to like wait to see if
I
I
have
see
those
anything. So I'm just kind of like standing there.
Adjust my beepers.
Yeah.
As you're kind of
I'm like
just
60 feet away, so I'm not that.
keeping like you're just kind of trying to see something as you see a large insectoid leg
Damn it.
kind of just
Would you
Yeah.
say hulking?
Yeah.
Insectoid?
very big.
Like it,
Kind of
kind of umberish.
no.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
That's the joke I was
I-
making.
Oh, I didn't catch on to
So
that. I'm sorry.
like bigger than me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Play the
As this
wide Putin.
Oh.
Mhm.
just massive insect-like figure will kind of walk out of the darkness, its footsteps matching the quaking that you've been feeling.
Am I still connected with you? Hey, Shrews, me again. I've seemed to discover the root of the problem. It's another one of those bugs.
Yeah.
I like to imagine like mid conversation, whichever else was the first Ford. The foremost was like, "What the fuck is that?"
We didn't get along.
The
after,
creature.
right?
Not yet. The creature kind of steps into your field of vision as you see a smaller one, kind of like definitely smaller than you, a little smaller than Sharu's, kind of accompanying it. The big insect creature, it seems to. It's hard to tell what it's feeling, as it just is. It's just straightforward, nothing. But the smaller one seems quite nervous by the way it's walking.
Imagine it like
It brought a
More or
car.
less.
Yeah.
it went and got dad.
And like when they step in my field of view, like, can I tell if they're looking at me? Like, can they?
Yeah, yes they are.
What's going on?
Hey guys, are you guys lost too?
They'll both kind of look at you with just like they just keep looking, and then you'll hear like a growling sort of chittering like pattern come from the big one.
So that's not how that works. Usually you gotta like link it first and then speak that way.
Rue, who are you talking to?
I am 60 feet away, so like they can see me. And
Yeah.
then I know I'm talking to, I guess.
You
Yeah,
def-
he's just talking
while
about
you
darkness
didn't
right now.
while you didn't see, you can't see anything. You hear that deep rumbling kind of chittering.
Rue, I don't think that bug can talk to us.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, they seem pretty chill right now.
Come back, come back.
You guys want to like? I'm gonna.
Slowly back away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like.
Okay, you do. As
They moving forward.
Oh,
you
this is
eventually,
fun.
as they back out of a certain distance, you eventually hear the large footsteps begin to move forward again.
That's okay. Then I'll just like stop 30 feet away from our campsite, so they can all see it when they walk in.
You all see this big, just hulking figure. I want to say around
Standing on 2 legs.
yes, 12 to 14 maybe feet tall.
Oh,
It's like,
Wow.
double me! Holy.
Yeah, really.
Although at
What
least
the
a
fuck is that?
at least a foot or two of that is a giant sort of like horn coming out of the top of what is its head.
is it closer to like
That would've been
a
cool to know
rhino
earlier.
beetle, or is it closer?
More or
to, like-
less.
Okay, is the smaller one
Oh,
look
You,
similar
you
to a
needed
rhino
the
beetle?
horn to
That
think
one
it was
looks-
aggressive.
No, that one looks different. It looks more like
A loot bug from Lethal Company.
Oh,
No,
bro.
yippee.
We were-
Lethal Company's not cool anymore. It's about repo now. True.
I'd still go play
I
Lethal,
just-
man. I fucking
like
love Lethal.
little bug. Anything to
Repo
give me a
has some
small
good
little
stuff.
creature, I'm okay
Yeah,
with.
back on track.
Do you
Bug.
still
bug,
have that little bug you're playing?
Yes! I rolled to see if it stayed and it was a 17. I was like, sick.
It's gonna betray us, Karina.
That bug's going to kill you in your
bolts.
sleep.
It turns into another
At
big
least you
one.
didn't pick up a spider.
That smaller one looks more like Sharu's. Kind of. What Sharu's is like cricket-esque, right? Or is he more like
Yeah.
more cricket-esque? If that
Oh.
makes sense.
Okay.
The legs are kind of bent more at different angles.
Cricket, cricket.
So-
more like a almost a lupine shape.
Do you guys know how to get out of here? We kind of just like got
I
lost
do
down
not
here.
think, therefore I do not am.
As the big and little insect figures begin to make their way towards the camp, the smaller one will see. Are you hiding at all?
It's not really.
The smaller one will see you and kind of chitter that same phrase that it was saying to itself before, as it kind of hides behind the bigger one.
By the way, I'm not letting them get past 30 feet to our camp.
Oh, true.
They don't seem to be moving any further.
Sure, you scared little guy.
Hey, man.
All right, my headcanon is officially they see another bug and they're saying slurs.
I think it would be more aggressive if they were saying slurs rather
Listen.
than scared.
Let me have my head.
I like your head. Your head cannon amuses me. I will allow it for now.
Racism's enough
So-
to justify violence in that context. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I like how they look.
Like, did they?
Bro,
They don't look inherently aggressive, like, right?
The big one looks like it's.
I mean, he can get down, but he's not doing anything.
Make me an insight check.
I'll help.
Oh wow. Inside. Oh, 16.
While it does not seem aggressive, it seems defensive, as if it's expecting you to do something.
Hey guys, we're not gonna do anything.
Corinna's gonna go into her bag and pull out like a loaf of bread.
I thought she was gonna say her axe. bro.
No, no, she's like,
To keep it real with you, I don't feel like walking 8 hours back the other way.
neither do
No,
I. Let's see
same.
if I can make a nice little trade. She's gonna slowly like set down the loaf of bread out in front and then back up like.
The little one doesn't seem. The little one doesn't like even look at you. It's still staring Sharu's down.
She's like, sure.
The bigger one though
They might be.
kind of watches you as you walk forward. How close do you get around? Like
She's like only gonna go like 10 feet in front of Rue and then like drop it and then slowly maneuver her way back. She's moving very carefully.
I'm holding the line.
you'll see as the bigger one takes a step forward and then stops, kind of looking between everyone here, seeing reactions.
No reaction from me, man. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Light work, no reaction. Zeke's on edge.
You will then move the rest of the way forward to the piece of bread, and you'll see a kind of like clawed, sort of hand adjacent
Yeah.
appendage, kind of
Well,
pick it up with like 2 fingers.
I
kinda
almost
just-
wish it was tarantula-like because they have paws.
I'm good.
They have beaks.
And
I'm good.
it just kind of holds it. Not looking at it for too long before, like, well, it still continues to look at it, but then every once in a while it'll quickly shift its head to the 5 of you before looking back down.
She's
like-
gonna take a piece of her own bread and she's gonna like bite into it. Like,
And so you like,
yeah, she's like doing this.
it's
and
saying
then
it's
she's like,
safe, you know.
it's safe, and then she feeds also some of it to the little pill bug she's been holding on to still.
It will break a small piece off for it, large for anyone who isn't its size, and it will kind of bring it up to its feelers / whatever you can describe that mouth being like.
Like mandibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will eat it. It doesn't appear to have any negative interaction with it.
So can we?
It almost see the faintest hint of like confusion. What is this?
She's like,
Can we pass by?
It will, as you speak, it'll look at you blankly.
I
There
think there's a language barrier
appears to
here.
be a massive language barrier.
Yeah.
Can I
She's
try
like-
speaking into this one's head?
Man, you're gonna kill yourself.
You
man.
may.
he's gonna blow up his
Hello?
own skull.
Feedback.
Hello.
She's like, I don't
As
mind.
both of the antenna on the big and small one kind of like flare up, and the small one, or well, the small one will kind of like shrink away a little bit, while the big one will, whatever phrase is, it kind of keeps it close.
The lights are on, but no one's
I
home.
think you're hurting them.
No, it's just
That.
literally
you
every
grab the
single
bread and
bug
back
is
up
home
again?
because it's a high
Or are we
level.
within 10 feet of each other now?
You grab the bread and backed up.
She's like, she's like holding up the pillow. We want to go home. She's gonna like mime like a little house shape.
They
Big
don't know what a
Daddy.
house is.
How is that?
She's like, I don't know, man. This is the best I got. She's like pointing to a hole in the wall, like, home. Hole.
What a time for none of us to have taken sign language.
I did.
You think
Yeah, I did.
You think they don't have
She's
hands
the
to
only
do the
one who
sign
can-
language?
The
She's like,
you will see the big one kind of watch Karuna for a little bit.
Yeah, but she knows common.
You
sign
kinda, like-
language.
She knows
They don't
common
know
sign.
common.
You kind of like see the portions around its the shell of its shoulder kind of like shift a little bit.
Into an aggressive manner?
Sharuz, you smell something
oh no,
like it's not so much a smell so much as it is like
That smelly smell.
An
she's
emotion.
getting
a-
kidnapped by bugs.
Buggy pheromones.
yeah, it's like a pheromone scent of sort, which you can only pick up on for what you assume is because what you are. It seems like a communication of sorts, although you do not possess such like organs to make such communication or decipher it. You just know something happened.
Like, if I take, a couple steps towards them, do they get, like, upset about it?
You'll see this. You will see the small one kind of shrink away a little bit as the big one kind of reaffirms its stance.
Man, they don't really seem to care about us being here, guys.
They definitely do care.
I
Do you
think
guys care?
This 15-foot tall,
You just...
this 15-foot tall monster of a bug would not be here if they did not care.
I think the little guy was just scared. I mean, I'm within
I'm scared.
15 feet of him right now, and we're chilling.
I don't know.
Look
how
at
to-
that thing.
I don't know how to handle this situation.
I mean, what's the word? You just gotta walk past. Like, what do we? If they're not gonna stop us, they're not gonna stop us.
Yeah, my issue is maybe they're only
think
coming
it-
this way because we're getting closer to their
I
home.
think it will stop us.
He lived.
Yeah, I was about to say, stop asking me questions. I can't answer you.
Like if I pull up like really close, like
Yeah,
know.
if you get within 10 feet, it's going to kind of like square up a little bit.
okay,
It's just gonna.
I'm just hands in my pockets, just walking towards him.
How close do you get?
I mean,
Enderu.
I'll hit 10 feet and I'll see him like post up. Is he like raising something?
It appears to be like a semi-defensive stance, as it's like getting ready to. It doesn't. It seems like it doesn't want you to like pass it.
All right, so I'll pull up on 10 feet. Nah, I don't think they want us to go that way.
I
No.
don't want to walk back.
I don't want to
Come
go
on.
back like 7 hours.
You will see as the creature kind of reaches into it, like on its back, and like you will see a portion of its shell kind of like detach and like connect onto its arm as a sort of like almost bladed shield,
Oh,
as it will
It's
They're
getting angry.
evolved.
as it will kind of
They're in the Bronze Age.
bring its arm down to the ground, like stone in front of it, and kind of like dig it in as it cuts through the stone like butter, as it draws a kind of line.
He literally put a line.
He put a line between us. I'll stand on the edge of the line because that's what he's decided for us.
Oh my.
Should I shut him? That would be so horrible. Guys, do we have any ideas here?
I don't think it wants us going that way. We might have to. go
Genuinely,
back.
we might have to just turn around.
Man.
Let's see what we
Can we
got.
finish our
Yeah.
lift at least?
Let's see what we
It
got
doesn't
here.
seem to be making any sort of aggressive.
Yeah, like, can you guys just watch him and let us finish our long rest?
Yeah, you guys go back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going back to sleep.
I'm sitting down.
Everyone else is going back to sleep, I guess, or
She's like
Zeke
carefully
tries
digging
but can't
through
fall
it.
asleep.
Your
Okay.
bag.
Unless the DM dictates that he must fall asleep to finish his dream sequence.
if Zeke can't fall asleep, Zeke can't
Nah.
fall asleep.
Level of exhaustion.
No sleep.
Um,
I'm just sitting down at the line.
yeah, you sit down at the
You're
line as
alone.
this massive, like, eventually over the course of like the rest of the long rest, you see the big one not move like an inch
I'll
from
like,
that path. The bladed shield scale kind of still on its like arm, but the other one has kind of calmed down a little bit and is kind of like sitting against the wall, like on its side of the line.
oh, I have a feeling these guys would react horribly to light.
I'll get that arm.
She, before she goes to bed, she
How
like
much for the
digs
arm?
through her bag and she peels out like sugar cubes because she's like, I was gonna use these to make another pie, but and she like brings them over to the line. She's like, Rue, can you like scoot for a second? She's gonna like reach over him, put them like a little bit past the line, and like carefully shove them with a stick before running backwards to go and rest. She's like,
It
I gotta rest,
seems
but I'm running.
it seems less tense around you specifically, as you have already
Library.
Ba-
Library.
basically.
All right, now light yourself on fire, Corinne.
That would be the worst decision, but
I
so
really like.
funny.
Oh, I want to see what happens if we put a light up here.
As the big one will kind of look down at the sugar cubes and kind
kinda
of
wanna fight
chirp
these
something,
things.
as the little one will look up and kind of walk over and pick up the sugar cubes. As the big one's a little like.
They're like
you ever see the-
sugar cubes.
you ever see the thing like from the Fantastic Four try and pick up like
Yeah.
the fork off like the
Yeah.
table? It's kind of like that.
Mana from the gods. Sugar.
I was imagining like in the Lorax movie when the monster gives him the marshmallow. And he's like, I'm highly offended by this.
I was looking at like the bear.
Highly offended.
I'm gonna eat this, but I'm highly offended by it.
She's gonna finish her long rest.
If I put like a little like spark on my pinky, do they get upset about it? Like a little tiny bit of light.
It will appear to shock the smaller one, as he will kind of move away a little bit and out of surprise, but the big one stands firm.
Huh.
He will look at the finger though.
Huh. So he's interested.
He is noting that you are doing something.
I like these bugs.
All right, Joe.
These bugs are in the fucking way.
No more pill book.
My pill book, my pill book anyway.
No.
I go across these
Not like
walls
to get
and
my other one.
see if there's any pattern to like these scratch marks other than the one he like put into the floor.
Make me an investigation check.
My pill book. I'm gonna see if I can find one when I wake up.
Not to you.
That a one?
They just seem like random scratches. Whether or not that means there
It's
is
close
or
enough.
isn't a pattern to them,
At least it wasn't on the gun.
you can't tell.
It wasn't gun jamming bad. It was.
If I like, just like the lines like here, if I just like lay my hand like.
I want your hand to get chopped
He's,
off.
he's,
so fucking
he's
bad.
literally
Guys, we need to make some developments here. We can't. What are we
after
gonna
the
walk
long
7
run.
hours
How about you
back?
chop it not as long as we walk backwards?
It will.
Zeke,
You'll hear the big one hiss as sorts as it kind of like stands.
Man, I'll
up.
just sit here then.
You retract your hand and the hissing stops.
Zeke's like leaned up against the wall watching all this happen, missing the very luxurious
The fuck
throne that he was in. Yeah. And mulling all that over. Watching Enderu get his fingers chopped off.
A little bit off, but like a little bit off topic, but it's like absolutely crazy that you missed both 4 drops from that.
On a 2 on both die rolls.
Absolutely insane. Oh my god.
I've got,
Anyway,
I got this one sitting
I'll finish my train
with a
too.
20 up
Okay.
to maybe like manifest some success.
I will say that you all finish your long rest.
Yay! I
Exhaustion.
get to actually prepare second level spells
Where
now.
do I get a -1 to? Everything?
It's ability checks, right?
Ability.
No,
Oh,
new
I
rules.
hate it.
New rules. It's -5 feet of movement per level,
Mhm.
and then -1 to ability checks and attack rolls and saving throws.
Good thing I'm a monk. I'm still faster than most of you.
All of us.
How much
movement?
movement speed do you have?
Normal.
I'm faster than all of you.
What's your movement?
Right now it's 35. Oh, you're about
Mine's
to
40.
She's
I'm faster than most of you. I retract my previous statement again.
Yeah, mine's 40 now.
Mine would be 40. I'm a sleepy guy. I'm a tired guy.
But
you
Weird.
these bugs didn't even sleep.
it looks like the smaller one rested a little bit, but the big one just nope. He's not moving.
He's locked in.
So what now, guys? They didn't really do anything during the night.
They eat the sugar cubes?
Yeah.
A few of them are gone.
I think we just walk back.
Dang, really?
And I'm the last person that wants to do that, and I'm saying that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how are we gonna get out?
I mean,
Another
we took
way.
a couple different
Hope
paths.
that other crossroad path leads somewhere productive.
Charus will have to carry us out one by one.
Carrie?
Actually, now that I've had a long rest, I have been managed to prepare like different items, one of which could levitate.
Artificers get to choose their spells on long rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Well, we know so many. No,
Is it like
no, it's like a druid.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just know all of them, but we just prepare
Mm-hmm.
each long rest.
Sweet. Which works really well for your aesthetic.
Yeah,
It's like I want to make this tomorrow, you know?
yeah.
I can't prepare spells.
I can't spells.
Dude, the DM is just out for you today.
It's funny. This is you know what? This is like
Maybe I'll just
this
kill
is like
these
character
bugs.
bleed for like
Yeah.
what
Maybe
Legend
I'll
Darwin.
just kill these bugs, bro.
Dude, just go walk over to
You
the,
may try.
the line of bugs.
I hate when he says that because I know that, like,
We'll just run through these
it's an
bugs.
actual- I don't know about that.
It's one guardian bug and a little baby bug.
All right.
We
I
have
don't
2
want to.
attacks.
He
now,
said we were
they
welcome to
probably
try
have
to
2
fight the
attacks.
big owls, and
No, we never got the chance.
we never
Yeah.
got the chance. But I'm pretty sure we would have died.
So what? I guess like we can't. How do we make progress with these guys? We can't talk to them.
We
Yeah.
go back the way
We
we
go
came.
back the way we came, Rue.
She's gonna walk over to the line for
I
the
missed
bugs,
the cart.
And she's gonna be like, she's gonna point down the tunnel and then point to the hole that she was originally at, and then point to the bug, asking like, "You're home that way."
Mm. Man, I hope these bugs are smarter than me because I would not have made that connection.
Never.
Yeah, the language barrier still seems to be a bit of a menace right now.
What if, like-
They're a little. It seems confused.
We just like us, and point past them.
Yeah.
They're not okay with that.
Oh wait, what were you? Sorry, I
I'm
thought you were
like-
just like mapping out the room.
Like
I'm sorry.
us, and then I point behind them.
It won't do anything, but it'll continue guarding.
Guys, let's just walk back.
That's what we've been saying, man.
Glad you finally came.
Do
to your
you all go to
senses.
turn back?
I'm like slowly. Well, not slowly. I'm like occasionally glancing back at the bugs. But
Yeah, she
Pack
looks
it
back
up.
to the little bug and she like waves goodbye.
It'll kind of try and do the same thing a little bit, but it's not sure what it means.
Screw that guy.
And she's like,
yeah.
As you all
Let's
kind
be
of
feet.
turn around and walk back, you will hear a sort of like sharp chittering. As you turn around and you see the big one kind of hold out its hand.
he's like, yes.
He doesn't get to play friendly.
It kind of
He can.
No, you can't.
chitters to itself before it kind of has the hand it was holding out and brings it over and kind of puts it down like that.
Guys.
She's gonna
They're accepting
walk.
us.
She's gonna walk a little closer to it. She's gonna like
We're being
stay
gaslit.
within like 10 feet, and she's gonna like sit down for a second. Like, we stay.
The creature will give a light chirp. I guess. God, it's hard to play these things.
Yeah.
But that will be seems to what it wants you to do.
She's like,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
we stop you more, like gesturing like more bugs coming this way, if that's why it's having us stop.
Are you guys sitting down with it?
No.
No.
Oh,
That's fine.
I will.
You will
Just
the
stand.
creature will kind of like look at the motions you're making. You'll see like a flash of kind of like maybe some kind of recognition as it chirps the same way it did when you sat down.
Guys, I think it wants us to stop because there's more bugs coming this way.
That sounds like a reason
Why are we
should
waiting for
leave.
more bugs?
Hmm.
Could be waiting so that maybe they have a way out. Bugs normally tunnel to the surface. And God forbid there's other bugs and this is a bug turf war somewhere down here.
Bug turf. We'd be in the middle of it.
I like the other tunnels that didn't have bugs. more.
I also do.
Hope that there's no other bugs in those tunnels. God, wait, what if there's a big spider down here? She's like, kind of
I
cool.
don't- Oh my
She's
god.
like, I mean, if you guys don't want to wait, that's fine. We can start head back, but there's a chance it might get us out of here faster.
Oh, I'll sit down next to her.
We taking the risk of walking all the way back there and maybe not going down the same tunnel?
It feels like less of a risk to go back to me.
I will side with the majority.
I was gonna say that.
Spine.
You
bugs.
sat down. You took your position.
Yeah, you.
I mean, I just think the bugs are cool.
She's already made trade with them. She's like, they can't be that bad if they make trade. Like, they can be, but she's like, they would have killed us on sight.
You gave an animal food.
I did.
It's not
Hey
great.
man, these are more than animals. They got communication and high level of cognitive functioning. He drew a line in the ground and said, "Don't cross it."
And it is kind of communicating back to me. Just in, no offense, Shrews, strange bug language. Can't quite understand chittering, but
Yeah.
one chirp meaning yes is kind of a good sign.
So you're all staying then?
Yes.
I guess.
Is you
I
all
don't
kind of
say.
yeah, you all do kind of whatever. Whether
your
that be
grounds, not
interacting with
protest.
the larger bug more or otherwise. About 15 minutes passes before you hear a couple of rapid, like, it's pretty similar to sounds the way the small one walked, except kind of like much quicker and a couple more.
Hmm.
Do you think these bugs have counsel?
I don't know.
They're a hive mind. I'm convinced that. I don't know if art. I don't even know if art.
That's how most insects work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In,
Most.
They
in
were like,
IRL.
all, like,
Yeah, they definitely got, like, a
pheromones
queen
and
or
all that
something.
Weird stuff.
Oh, sounds like more of them are coming, guys.
Awesome.
So
It is
the
the greatest thing in the world.
quick like tapping against the stone comes closer and closer until eventually you see a similar kind of creature to the smaller one, albeit shaped a little differently, with four longer kind of like needle-like appendages coming out of its back as it kind of like runs along as its main torso is kind of held up by them.
Here's your spider one.
It appears to be carrying a strange-looking satchel of some kind, and it does look vaguely spider adjacent.
Is that satchel like fabric-y?
Or is it
It's
like,
like silk almost.
Spider.
As it,
I don't know what I
as it kind
expected.
of runs along, it will kind of chirp to the big one a little bit, much lighter and rather than the deepness of the larger one, and then it'll turn to the big one and kind of chirp with another series of like, I guess, sounds. The big one will make a different noise and then kind of take two steps back as the
One hop this time.
the smaller one comes to the edge of the line, or the spider comes to the edge of the line and kind of digs into the satchel.
Like the edge of the line the big guy drew?
Yeah.
Oh.
Digs
where
into
I'm
the
sitting?
digs
Yeah, we're right
kind of like
there.
as you see the legs kind of go back into it, like fold into its back almost as it drops down onto 2 feet and kind of folds around and fumbles around in the bag a little bit before it pulls out
A gun.
a book.
A
Oh.
book?
A book. How can you read this? There's no pictures.
You can
Nice guess.
you
Alan.
can who's closest right now?
Yeah, probably me.
You would know this as a, while very worn, a dictionary.
What the heck? How can I learn bug language in like
A dictionary for specifically common.
He's like, okay, I can work with this.
It looks well worn and not great, but maybe it'll get the point across. As the it flips through the pages with its like pointed up fingers and just kind of flips through and
Who's out here making bug to common dictionary?
I think it like has an intelligence to just learn common, but we can't do the
goodness.
inverse.
as
It
it'll
doesn't
kind
have
of
the tongue or the lips to speak
Yeah,
common.
that's also going to be something you're going to soon discover. It's going to flip to a page where it stops and then kind of looks down it up and down and then says in a very high pitched kind of like scrapey kind of voice, "Hello."
Hello.
It'll hear you come back and it'll kind of like look excited almost as it flips through the other pages and
We
kind of
found the
gets
nerd
a couple
bug.
phrases
we did.
as
Like this bug.
it'll say who.
She'll look at the book. Is it like close enough to where she can like touch it almost?
As you kind of see, as you kind of try and lean in to see the book, the creature will, or the spider will kind of like put the book down on the line and kind of like open it.
She's
for
gonna
you
like
to-
carefully flip the pages to lost and then flip them to home.
Yeah, and it'll watch you kind of like flip to the pages and pick out the words, and it'll kind of like chirp to itself a little bit as it kind of flips through the book itself. As it goes to the word help.
She's gonna flip and be like, "You want help? Or want help us?"
It'll look back to the big, like hulking beetle, and will chitter a few phrases as If a bug could sigh, the beetle just about did it as it chirps back its response, and it'll flip to 2 words. We help.
She's gonna flip back and be like, thank you. And then flip, how help?
It'll kind of flip through the book and pause for a moment as it's like trying to figure out which word it's trying to say. Then it'll kind of have a moment and flip back, and it'll say, follow.
She'll look around and be like, guys, I think it wants us to follow it. I think it's gonna take us back.
What are you telling it?
That we need help getting home.
And it said it could help.
And it said it could help us.
Tell it.
Sweet.
Well,
Zeke's like, oh, I'm too tired.
ask, can it take us to the surface?
I'm guessing that's what it's implying, because I said home.
Is it that what's implying though? I don't know.
And she's gonna flip to the book and be like, land on the page surface, and she's gonna look confused, like, take to surface? Or take your home. Take to your home is what she's gonna specifically flip to.
It'll think for a moment before it flips back to the same phrase of we home.
It's taking us to, I think, its home. Maybe we can find a way out there.
Maybe.
And that's the best shot we got. At least we know where we're going. And not walking aimlessly in the dark for 4 hours. Or at least I think it's 4 hours.
As you are kind of like alt talking to each other, Karuna, you can hear the spider trying, kind of saying words that you say in no particular order, as if it's like practicing.
She's like,
It is the nerd bug.
It is.
It
That's
is
the
the
nerd
nerd
bug.
bug. I like this mug. She's like,
They need to evolve telepathy.
Yeah.
the best shot we got at this point.
I'll walk past the line if they let me.
The big one will kind of look at you a little cautiously as you do, but he'll let you.
No, they're cool now, guys.
She'll give a nod and point back to follow.
And the spider will kind of just follow, as if affirming.
I guess this is what we're doing.
As the big one will walk over to the line, it'll pull back the scale again, as it will scratch out the line.
Alright.
Put the scale back.
No longer do we have a line on the sand.
I guess we follow it.
You sure?
She's gonna follow behind the spider.
Okay. So the order of the line currently
Oh
is
god.
with Karuna and the spider in the front, kind of like walking next to each other.
I'm next to the big beetle guard.
He's not going to let you do that.
If he's getting an
Going to
order, we're
kind of point
definitely
in
gonna
front
have
of
to
him,
fucking...
like for
Well,
you to
yeah,
walk in front.
that's fine. I'll be right in front of him.
He allows that. He wants, apparently, the beetle wants everyone in front of him.
Sure.
She's currently talking to the spider, like saying words and then pointing to them as if like showing it how to
Rock.
say specific things.
Rock.
The spider seems absolutely overjoyed with this.
She was just like continually walking, like almost asking questions as well, like what home like?
The spider will think for a moment, and before kind of just coming to the back to the word home and kind of just, you know, like home is home.
She's gonna point to like our home sun, and she's gonna like almost do like this as if showing like the sun's beating down on them.
Do these guys even know what that is?
Yeah, it'll kind of flip through the book. It'll go to what and then sun.
She'll
What?
flip over to light, and then she'll flip back to surface, and then hot.
This is when you light yourself on fire.
And
It
you-
will somewhat understand, but again, language barrier.
Yeah, and then she's
I
gonna
wonder-
move to the word fire
Have they evolved fire yet?
and be like, sunfire.
It will give an affirmative chirp. But as you're all
Teach you
doing,
some
you're all kind of like, Karuna and the spider are doing that. How's everyone else doing?
With this big beetle guard, like pulling up behind me. You know,
You just feel the eyes just boring into the back of your head.
So the tiny one's still staring down Sharu's.
Yes.
I have nothing to say to
The little one is racist.
Or it's in love.
Yeah.
oh,
I don't.
Please.
Good God. Eventually.
So funny.
Eventually, you
Or it's just why?
maybe like after an
Yeah,
hour, you get
these-
to a point where there's like at least 12 different tunnels.
oh my gosh.
Ugh.
He's muttering himself, why?
These
me?
ones are a lot
I should have
more-
stayed a war criminal.
What?
I should
More,
have stayed a normal criminal.
These ones appear to be a lot more refined and like carved.
Yeah.
As the spider in front of you will chirp as it pulls into its bag and pulls out a small satchel.
Hmm.
And as it opens it, it begins to glow a little bit. As you
Mm.
look inside, you see some kind of like what appears to be dust, like glowing a faint green.
It's like a phosphorus almost.
These
Kind
guys
of.
mine the meteor.
Oh.
As it tosses this dust into the air,
They're
You
aliens
will
like you.
see
They came on
one
the
of the
meteor from
tunnels.
space.
just completely illuminate green.
Oh. So they do
Wow.
know what light is.
Yeah, they have almost a bioluminescence.
As it will close the satchel, put it back, and motion to follow as it walks down the green tunnel.
She's gonna look at like the green and be like, "What light?" Almost like asking, "What is this light?"
It will flip to the page small, and then it'll flip over again to bug.
Ah, so it is. It's like a
Mm.
small. Oh, it's like the glowworms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Glowworms. You can actually eat them.
I won't be seeing you later.
I feel like I'm learning more about Annabelle.
My vast
When I-
knowledge of bugs.
Yeah.
So let's hope we don't run into dinosaurs, dude.
Oh
All
God!
hell will break loose.
As
I just want to befriend this beetle guard, bro.
good luck.
Oh, I'm good.
Why do you pick the hardest things to be friends with? This party
We're friends
included.
with us.
I picked the hardest one.
We didn't pick him
bro.
either. Let's get it straight.
I feel like the beetle would say the same thing. I didn't pick this one. But yeah, it gives off the tunnel gives off now a soft like lime green kind of glow,
Mm.
as things are no longer like completely grayscaled. Which allows you to see more closely the colors of the insect creatures. The beetle appears to be a sort of like deeper orange, with like the edges of its carapace being like brown to black almost. The smaller one that will not stop staring at Sharu's, that one appears to be like a light blue almost. With no really variation between that light blue, like the beetle. And the spider, the carapace is a light gray. With the pouch now in non-grayscaled is very white, like silk.
She's like looking around, like kind of amazed because like seeing big bugs and dealing with like a whole brand new environment is very interesting. But she's also kind of listening to see if she can hear anything up ahead, like any other like chittering or sounds.
It's hard to, because of one big beetle behind you, making the entire cavern slightly shake every time it walks. But eventually, as you reach closer to the end of this green tunnel, you'll hear like faint chirping as the spider will flip around the book and go to soon.
She's like, almost a thumbs up, like, yeah, okay. Then she looks and is like, I don't quite have thumbs.
Yeah, it will try and do that.
They only have like 3 paw pads technically.
Before it,
Well,
yeah,
2.
before it
So,
kind of thinks to itself. You'll see one of the legs from before, like kind of extend out of its back and place it on the ground next to it as it puts its hand kind of next to it and makes it look like a thumb.
that's hysterical. She's like,
This guy's a dweeb.
Yeah.
I like
bro.
this spider.
This guy is corny.
As it will kind of just like,
Spider wants to be
best
human.
I can do.
She's like, that's a pretty good job. All
It's the
right.
one sentient bug in the whole colony.
I feel like
As
the spider all
they'll
pretty
like
sentient.
retract back and fold in
Can
until
can we feel any wind at all? Like any breeze?
I don't think you would be able to.
Hmm.
But after another about 5 minutes of walking, you do eventually reach an opening in the chasm, into a huge chasm where it's slightly illuminated by the green, like lime green, I guess glowworms technically. But as you look across the chasm, you'll see different tunnels with different colors of these worms, and they actually kind of meet up in like to the ceiling, and they kind of just meet and mingle there, so where it's like a bunch of patterns of different colors, and it gives off enough light for you to see, albeit dimly, the entire chasm. You will all see what appear to be sort of roundish kind of structures in the ground, or not, well, not in the ground, but like on you're right now basically on a plateau of sorts, with, you can see to your left a ramp kind of leading down, like a smooth ramp of stone. You will see all different kinds of like these sort of circular kind of structures, and while that's the first thing that catches your eye, the next thing that catches your eye is the giant, just, how do I describe this? What appears to be a giant sort of like rock, just kind of off to the side. Like, I'm talking huge, like size of a small town, kind of large, and it's kind of like in the like one portion of the town, and it seems like the town's kind of built around it.
She's gonna glance back to Sharuz and be like, a meteor?
Shrews, as you look at that this just large meteor, that's not a
So
meteor.
it is. Oh, so it's not.
That, while you don't know what kind, is a ship. Unmistakable. Nothing.
There was no meteor.
Not
It
reminiscent
was a
to
spaceship
yours.
the whole time.
Not reminiscent to anything like yours. But it's just the way it's shaped, the accents on the sides, it's undoubted, unmistakable.
So it's the size of a small town.
Yes.
Space Bugs version 2.0.
Non-advanced space bugs.
Yeah. Well,
They've reverted.
I like ours more.
actually, might be Space Bugs beta version. If Sharuz is 1.0.
They devolved. No wonder
Yeah.
they were here.
I don't even know how a ship is this far underground.
I don't know either.
There's no opening to this chasm anywhere, right?
No. If there was, it's probably where the meteor would have came from.
And with the glowworms on the ceiling, can we see any like specific indentations where it looks like the ground may have come back over eventually?
You could see an area where maybe that could have happened.
She's gonna look over at yours and be like, that maybe? She's gonna just point to the space where the glowworms are moving.
Maybe.
Still, I mean, you think these guys came from it?
You could ask.
Hard to say.
She's gonna flip through the book. She's gonna be like, rock, and flip to the word ship, even though in the book it probably is like nautical ships. And she's gonna point over to the meteor.
As you point to the meteor, it'll kind of just like chirp in recognition. It'll flip around the book as it finds. It'll keep flipping actually. And kind of tilt its head to the side. Appears it can't quite find the right word to describe it, or at least if there is one, it doesn't know it.
This dictionary doesn't contain the word spelljammer.
And
And that was in the next edition.
Yeah.
she's gonna like scratch her face and she's gonna be like, Shrews, how would you describe the place beyond this planet?
Vast.
Vast? Like, and lots of other places, right? And she's gonna take out like a pencil and jot in her like diary, like a quick entry, like should we give you like a name? Beyond or something? Because they wouldn't know the, well, she wouldn't know the term space. Would Charuz know the term space?
I guess so.
Okay, she'll write like space, and she'll write vast place beyond, multiple other worlds, question mark, and then she'll hand that, she'll like tear the little piece out and then hand it to the spider as if like that's a new part of its dictionary, and then like tap it, asking almost like, this what you look for?
The spider will take the piece gingerly from you, kind of holding it as it opens the book and places the piece like kind of next to it as it studies the small piece you tore a little more before it eventually kind of flips to two words. Not no.
She'll be like, okay, I mean, looks like it's been here for a while. So. Dang it, she has no idea how fast these things age, so to her a while could be eons for them.
Ask them if I can try and get inside it.
She's gonna flip to take look closer.
It will think for a moment before eventually flipping to can try.
And then she's gonna flip to a word like not allowed, guards, and then like put like question.
That's big.
It will flip to no,
Mm.
and then flip to scary.
She'll flip to the word like danger.
Maybe.
Okay. We can go and take a look, but it thinks it might be dangerous and scary. But I think it'll let us.
All right.
Ask it if there's a way up,
She's gonna
like outside.
She's gonna flip to the word way and then surface.
It will begin to flip pages, and then it'll kind of freeze for a second, and it'll kind of look behind it, and then it'll say not no. But then it'll flip to another page as it kind of pushes the book between you two only.
Mm.
Lie.
Lie.
Oh.
She'll look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, it's okay not to know." And she'll like look over at everyone else and be like, "Why don't we go look at the ship or meteor or whatever you call it?"
Yeah, maybe this would be the ship that takes you back to your place.
Maybe.
She'll like quickly flip to the book, like "come with," and then question.
Is this the NPC that we're gonna adopt?
I really
No.
I don't want this one to be the one either.
Arno's like, I don't want
You haven't
anything to do with
you
it.
didn't tell us that
the one tried to
that she
shoot
was
me.
lying, right?
Not even that.
No. But she like
Fucking illiterate
looked
book.
around,
I'd shoot it.
like I'll tell everyone once we get inside if the beetle
So
doesn't. It
Peruvian
doesn't know
man
English,
discovers
but
I
she
don't
just
trust this
wants
big
to-
beetle.
Yeah, she doesn't trust the big beetle either anymore.
so
Okay.
we asked if there was a way outside to the surface, and they said not no. I
And
said
that's just a
yes,
lie.
and then they said that's a lie. So
Yeah.
what, we can't get out.
No,
Or
we
we-
asked, is there a way to the surface? The little bug said, I have no idea, and then flipped the book so it just those people
Oh.
could see, and she's like, I'm lying.
KNOW.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was NO.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, KNOW. Implying that it lied for one reason or another.
Yeah.
I have extreme mistrust of this gigantic beetle guard.
You have what?
It's like above table. I have extreme
Mistrust. Okay.
mistrust, yeah.
I thought you said extremist trust.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like he
That's what I
trusted
heard.
wholeheartedly.
Extreme mistrust. I see where you're getting that at.
Yeah.
Did you say 66 or 66?
Yeah, no, I don't trust this big beetle guard at all.
I just want to go outside.
I guess at this point, can I go up to the ship and see if there's like any interface or like?
It's like
Is it open?
way far away,
Oh.
isn't
You
You said we
about
could-
5 to 10 minute walk.
it? No, you said
It's
we
pretty
could
far.
see it and like the whole.
While the
bug
town itself
around
is
it.
pretty spread out. Well, that's kind of the reason why the town itself is pretty spread out, but like all the bigger structures seem to be around the ship/meteor.
Did this spider ever seem to like distrust us? Like even in the beginning, like this thing was like super willing.
In the
right?
beginning, it seemed cautiously hopeful
That's what I thought.
from its like stance, but I mean, now that it's gotten just attempt to have a conversation with Karuna, it seems very like, yeah, I'm good.
More
You know?
forthcoming.
Yeah, very forthcoming. That's the word.
Cool. But yeah, so what? We're walking towards the ship now.
The spider will kind of
Who was around when she said not no, like lie? Who was she hiding that book from?
The big beetle, I think.
you can tell that
That's
it
what I
was
thought.
silently turned away from the big beetle.
That's what I thought.
Do these bugs have genders? Did you ever say she?
Oh,
I might
kind
have
of
said
just
she off
making
of
me
like
think.
instinct and just like
I just been assuming the spider was a girl because I thought you said she was.
I think I said she a couple times. Like it's really hard to tell. I think I'm just kind of giving it a gender in my head
Okay.
rather than like being able to
Because
tell.
he's actually nice. Everyone knows men suck.
Yeah. This beetle sucks, and it's a guy
This
in my
beetle-
head.
This beetle's 100% a guy.
Yeah.
And he is an asshole.
I mean,
Um,
if she's like a larger spider, then you could probably assume it's a she. 'Cause male
Does
spiders
she
are-
have a
Yeah.
prominent thorax?
Okay.
Yeah, technically she would.
It's part of the body structure. It's you know how Shrews kind of has like a little tail thingy,
What?
doesn't he?
No?
What? Don't dry green have a thorax?
I thought they had a thorax.
Not like prominent one.
Oh, like a little baby one.
Pulling up Google images. Wait, I looked up D&D thorax, not dry green. No, no thorax.
Really?
Hmm.
Nope. No.
That would be
thorax.
also something that like is strange for you. Most of them have a thorax, save for the beetle.
Yeah.
Built different.
Yeah.
Like I said, they went back caveman.
If you guys are gonna go to, I'm gonna stay with this beetle guy. If you guys go to the ship,
Why?
I don't know. I just like,
Do you? Alright. I mean,
yeah. I mean, he's probably gonna follow us.
Yeah.
eh.
Mm.
So he's gonna look over at the big beetle and be like, almost like a wave as we walk up to the ship. Is it open? Is it like still sealed?
Well, first we gotta make your way to the
True.
ship.
Yeah,
to the
that's
town,
true,
so
yeah.
as you kind
All
of
these bug towns so
begin
they're
to
gonna be, like,
walk
throwing
the
rocks
town,
at us or something.
the sounds of like chittering and just different, like, I guess the language itself of these things just fills the air, along with the various different like scents for you specifically, Sharoos, that it's almost kind of like overwhelming in like not a great way, but it's not like it's just uncomfortable. It's not like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna die. It's just like, this is weird sort of deal.
Like you're walking through Philly and it just smells like piss.
Yes.
I was thinking
Yeah.
when you walk through the mall at in Macy's and people start spraying perfume at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
You went like sickly sweet, and I went
Gross.
bad smell.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta walk through Philly. You could be driving through it and it still finds its way to you.
Finds your way
It-
through the fucking
it
air
eats
vents.
into the
Yeah.
car.
Did the beetle guard walk with us?
Yes.
Do you have space vehicle proficiency?
Yes.
Have
Makes
to always
sense.
double
It
check.
Yeah.
tracks.
Mhm.
Just checking now.
As you walk through the town, you all see just so many different kinds of insects and bugs, each one going about their day, doing, or at least what you can imagine is going about their day. It almost is like just a small, like, village, but, like, replace the people with insect people. With, different, like, one of them has, like, a stall for, like, what you can imagine are, like, foods of some kind, and you have no idea what any of it is.
Hey, Karuna. Did you know about this place since you're from here? Did you know that there was a bug city underneath the crater?
If I did, you think I'd be this excited to talk to a spider?
I don't know.
I didn't know about that.
Oh. So
My eyes.
I wonder why these guys don't have contact with the surface then. Isn't that kind of strange to you guys?
Could be like I don't know. Maybe they don't go up there because it's dangerous.
Yeah,
or
let's-
they think
let's
it's
be real.
dangerous?
Let's be honest.
It's probably
If there all these bugs just suddenly came up to the surface,
What's wrong with that?
and the vampires would get in, the people would get them,
Dang.
probably.
People would probably think that they're monsters, dude.
Yeah, we're the ones that are not in a position of power right now, so we kind of need to go along with them.
People don't like most bugs as is. Do you really think people will be happy with a big spider walking around their city?
I don't know. She seemed pretty chill.
I mean, they are, but people don't always see it that way.
Wow. What a terrible world we live in.
Think about how they look at Sharoos everywhere we go.
Think
I
about
mean-
how that bug was looking at showers.
People look at Shrews weird. I always thought it was kind of
Everywhere.
normal.
Hell,
Speaking
they
of-
look at you oddly
Go.
if we walk into a city. If Sharoos ain't with us, any one of us will look weird where we go.
That applies to me now.
Yeah, that applies to me now.
Now, people just think you're old.
Go, you get the senior discount there wherever we go
Yeah.
now.
Speaking
Also,
of
He still has
weird
a
looks,
youthful face.
it is now everyone else's turn, with some exceptions to Shrews, to be getting weird looks now.
Yeah.
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 You hear the like chirping of conversation as you pass by. Some appear to be like directed at you, almost like talk, like what you can imagine
tell.
Sharoos would get if he walked through a town randomly without announcing himself.
Is this what it
Sorry.
feels like to be you?
You get used to it.
I don't wanna.
I mean, I'm pretty used to hiding myself.
I just let it be free.
Really? That big coat?
Yeah, the big coat's cool. It's a conversation starter.
Alright. Also, totally off topic. Your sister was creeping, dude.
My baby sister?
Yeah. She was just laying, like, up the steps. Look,
She's probably scared because you're
Look-
home alone.
yeah, looking at her phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. I will say that you see more than You see each type of insect more than once, including the beetle guards.
Mm.
Each one, some of them are smaller, some of them are larger, but they mostly share the around the same size.
She's gonna flip to the book and be like, "Is queen? Question mark. Like, is there queen?" She's thinking
It'll
almost like
kind
a
of like
We're actually a
think
communal
for a moment.
utopia.
Yeah, the words are
It
definitely in
particularly
there.
This is a
pauses
socialist
on
utopia. We
the
do not
word
have
queen,
monarchs.
kind of like
Oh my god!
trying
it's
to
a
figure that
monarch
out
butterfly.
before going to the word leader with a question mark.
She'll nod. She'll be like, "Okay, so a little different than a queen." And then she'll like look around at everyone. She's just like, she's kind of used to being looked at a little weird. Being from around here and not many other fire genasi, but she's just like, this is more cool to me than it is weird or scary. And she'll take note of like, is everyone like repeating beetle guards and all that? Are they the same color or they have different characters?
They are different shades.
Mm.
Not all like they're generally more like on the same spectrum as like that dull brown and black I mentioned.
Mm.
Like none of them are going to be like light blue, shiny, like anything like that.
She's
But
gonna-
there are different like colors of them.
She's gonna point to the book, leader live, and then question mark, and like glance around everywhere.
It will go leader. Kind of pause and just not seen often.
Okay.
Only needed.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I'm back from my piss. Can we go to the ship?
That's where we're currently heading.
Where did you go?
Just off to the side behind a pile
I hope
It's
that's not like
termite
a.
house.
Yeah.
I hope that's not like a war crime. Here.
Biological warfare. Yucky.
Mm.
Where
No, I didn't. Okay.
Zeke doesn't care. Zeke's checked out and just following the group.
He's tired, man. He's like, what is like in the last 24 hours, too much has happened.
I just want to go.
But eventually you do reach the meteor / ship. As you kind of all approach closer, I want Sharuz and Ardor to make me perception checks.
Mm.
The smart ones.
Because I'm
Alright.
great at those.
Hey,
Not good enough to learn.
23.
14.
The ship, for both of you, just speaking for both of you right now, this is... Actually, no. I think it would probably just be, yeah, it would just be Sharuz. As, you kind of walk closer to the ship, Sharuz, you, put your hand kind of on the side of it and just feel it. This is probably suitable material.
Sure, but how are we gonna do today?
Should you need it. For whatever reason. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
How are we gonna get this material off this ship that they worship around their city?
D&D or D&D DM says, should you need it?
Hint, hint, wink,
We can
wink,
get it.
nudge, nudge.
We can get it.
But for you, you just mostly notice that this isn't a meteor.
Yeah.
You're not sure what it is.
It ain't no meteor.
But that ain't no meteor.
It's not a
But, like,
rock.
Is it like collapsed on itself, or does it still have its
From
general
what
form?
you can tell, it's surprisingly intact. Why that is, you're not sure. Whether it be because it's just extremely durable, or whether it's just luck, and time has been kind to it, you're unsure.
This thing's like huge, right?
Yeah. Eventually, the spider will lead you to a side section of the ship, where you can see what appear to be a set of doorways with a panel on it.
It's gonna look over at Sharu's like, is this our way in?
If it still works at all.
The spider will flip through the book or flip through a book before like coming across like a page in the back where a bunch of like smaller kind of notes are taken. What looks like in just check and scratch. As it'll pull out one of those notes and kind of compare it to the panel as it presses a series of buttons on the side that lasts for about 15 to 18 presses before the door
And
the
they're
panel
scared
lights
about
up
their password
weakly
security.
as the doors kind of slide open.
Oh, it's powered still. Wow.
I'm a little amazed. She's actually very amazed because she's never seen anything like this.
This is like
This to all of you
this is like
is
Ardor stuff, but bigger.
Yeah. Did the beetle guards come with us?
yes,
Just one
although
or-
one came, the one that was found you originally came with you. This door is not big enough for him to go into though.
Yes.
Sorry, Beetle Bro.
The spider will chirp in their language to the beetle. The beetle will turn its back to the ship and kind of stand like against it by the door and just stand there.
Cool.
So we're jumping the spider.
What?
Intrusive thoughts.
That was
Over the table, I'm kidding.
If you
That-
said
that was
beetle
pretty
guard, I
intrusive.
would have been more on board. But
that was extremely intrusive, actually. What the hell?
How about that little guy?
Is he also coming with?
He's by the guard
He's a
again.
coward.
Little wimpy baby.
He's this civilization's Wayne.
yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Everyone's got one.
Like we don't bully him too.
As you all walk inside with the spider. One moment. Music change.
We're about to get some like Terraria music.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm a little more classy
Some like
than that.
Moon Lord boss fight battle music.
As you all kind of walk inside, with the exception of Sharu's, well, Sharu's comes inside, but with the exception of Sharu's, this is all incredibly new to you. It's like a building, but isn't. Like, it has the hallways and corridors of a building, but you've never seen a building this big before, even, like, from where you've been from, like, where all you are from, your respective capitals. If you are, you have not seen a building this big.
Actually, I have. In my dream.
You couldn't get a scale, but it might be the only one that competes.
Wow.
Pretty big.
Let me just... There you go. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't want to be too loud. It appears that there are some sort of lights that are just on as you walk it, like, by, lighting up the corridor. Eventually, through, like, this twisting and turning of hallways, you'll reach a point where, there's another door with another panel. As the spider will put down the book, kind of flip through and it'll kind of, like, look over to you, Karuna. Oh no, I'm getting an ad. It'll look over to you, Karuna, and it'll point to the word stuck.
Mm. You wouldn't happen to have the knock spell, would you?
Does it even work here? But no.
She'll look around. She'll be like, Shrews, do you know anything about any panels similar to this? Like, would they leave, I guess, in our word, a key around? Our password?
I mean, it's all. Even this is a little foreign to me. similar make but different methods.
Might as well look around for something. Maybe they left something behind.
Not to be destructive and violent, but can we not just destroy the door?
They've definitely tried that.
Hmm.
Or maybe they haven't. It is their ship.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's something we could try. Obviously this whole place is like powered by something. I could try getting into the panel and bypassing the panel and just power the door.
you can give that a shot.
Is that how that works? My low technology brain.
It should be how it
As
works.
you approach the panel, make me a general intelligence check with disadvantage, as this is unfamiliar technology.
God damn it.
You want to use different dice?
Enhanceability.
Ah, I see.
Whoa.
Your brain kind
we
of
cast
expands.
second level spells.
Your brain
Whoa.
expands and it gives you a little bit of a migraine. But,
Yeah. I was gonna. I don't even know how to describe this. Fuck. I just don't want disadvantage.
you have a bunch of different colored
You put on your
syringes that
glasses,
you
bro.
occasionally just like stab into yourself every once in a while.
Yeah.
The
we'll
needle
go with that.
goes about here.
The Aerobians love their drugs.
They love their drugs. They love their needles. So the advantage disadvantage cancel out.
Yes. Just flat rolling now.
Actually, wait. Is that how enhanceability works?
Actually, that's a good point. We should probably double check that. I
Gives you
haven't.
advantage on intelligence check. Owl's wisdom.
Owl's wisdom.
Owl's
Owl's
wisdom,
wisdom.
gives you advantage on intelligence.
The owl is the wisdom one. Intelligence is something else.
Fox's cunning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It might be the fox.
I just. I
I
don't know.
remember
If they,
Owl's wisdom does not do what you think it should do, and I can't remember what it
I
did.
just don't know if they changed it for 2024.
You see Hardware pull out a
Pull out a little
syringe,
syringe.
full of like some kind of liquid with a little symbol of a brain on it, like a little
Yeah,
sticky
yeah,
note.
yeah.
Bring it forward. It's like it's this one.
Yeah.
It's this one.
Like,
Yeah, it just
Don't
it just
know.
gives advantage
yeah,
for
instead of having to fix
ability
yours
checks.
constantly,
with
what if
chosen
we just
ability.
found you
So it wouldn't
a
give
bunch of
you,
new
or
ones,
it would.
It gives me advantage for
unused old ones?
uh,
Here.
for ability checks.
Ability checks, which is an intelligence check, just in general. So yes, it would. Okay, so that would neutral out the their disadvantage to give you just a
Watch
straight
me
roll.
still roll bad.
22.
Don't say that.
Come on, man. You need a double.
And
12.
Oh.
Flasher Gene? No.
2 levels.
As you kind of begin to examine this panel, you're just basically running through your basics, like, okay, this, what is this for, you know, and you try and find like a latch or something on the side that maybe opens the panel to allow it to be, you know, built in the first place. You can't seem to find anything.
I'm totally okay with breaking the panel off. Or attempting to.
You can attempt to. Please make me a strength check. See if you can pry off this panel.
Can I just punch it with my fist?
You could, please roll to
Because
hit.
that lets me use intelligence.
Sure.
Don't tell me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That's just.
And it was your fist.
You punched it with your power fist, correct? Not your regular hand? Okay.
No, that's
You
worse.
two are like two peas in a pod.
Oh,
Does it malfunction on hits like that?
I go to punch the
Okay.
panel off,
oh,
and the hand just shatters.
oh my
And now there's a sparky stump of a wrist.
You will see the spider kind of like jump back and like just shock as you are now missing a limb, and they appear to panic a little bit, kind of chittering in their own language.
Kern's like, relax. It's okay. He's technically fine.
I just want to go home.
Well,
He just
might
bangs
as
his head
well.
against the, I assume, metal wall
Yeah.
a couple times.
Don't you have like metal on your face?
No.
No.
No, it's there. It exists. Like the little piece for the face exists, but he's never put it on.
I'll just imagine like tink, tink.
He made it just before he had his crash out, and now he doesn't feel like he deserves it.
This crash out is crazy.
Well, we might as well
Yeah.
look around for something.
I just
Yes.
If I try
like
like
him off in the bag.
interfacing with this thing at all, what
There
do
go
I
half my
even see?
spells.
Um, You would see it like actually trying to use it. It appears undented by the previous assault, but
Hey, it happens.
as
to
you
all
kind of
us,
walk up
Oliver.
to it, a panel will come up with
happened to me
not
twice.
numbers but instead symbols,
Yeah,
and that's about it.
yeah. I'm
It
sorry.
has symbols on it.
Is this like a sealed door?
Yes, it's like the first door you walk through. Basically, it's almost the exact same.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was like a window pane we could break or something.
You just want to miss the step.
There doesn't appear. That is something you actually all have noticed as well. There doesn't appear to be any windows in this place.
That makes a lot of sense.
Space.
Are there any other rooms we could look at?
There is an open door from where you didn't come from. You could look in there if you wish.
That's fine.
Actually, are there any like vents anywhere?
Hmm.
There does appear to be.
Oh, those are small
It
type of event.
is a little small. There's a few things as you kind of look up to the vent. A couple of things go through your head. One of them being, or two things specifically. One, it's a little small. You run the risk of maybe becoming stuck. And two, you don't know what they put in the vents. Because your ships had vents of some kinds, and it had pest deterrents. You are unsure if those are still if they have those in this ship as well.
That's funny you say that. He's a bug.
Microaggression.
Microaggression. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Arthur, hear me out. Can you still do that like zappy whip thingy?
Yeah.
That like I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe.
They run on lightning,
That's it.
don't they? Like electric? Do they?
I mean,
This is an
That's
alien.
electric.
This is
What's
this is a
electricity?
That sounds like a super unscientific approach
Yeah.
to this.
maybe it's electronically powered shut, and if we short it out, it'll open.
Zeke, I have no idea what you just said.
She's gonna go look in the other room, see if she can find any of those symbols.
I
anywhere.
mean, if we're trying to break the panel off, I could just like put my plasma on it and somebody hits it and then it blows up.
Why don't you just hit it with your fists? And then we'll go to exploding.
Is
Sure.
something worse gonna happen if we damage the ship, though?
I mean, could it try to explode itself?
I don't know.
She asked from the
Are
other
you
room
just
and she's
are
looking
you-
around.
while they're talking? Are you just swinging?
I'll just swing it.
She's looking around in the
Like,
other
he
room.
swung on it and you had no problem with it?
It was still a stupid decision.
Just gotta get to the meat inside the panel, you know?
All right. If you're swinging, oh no, you're not. Okay.
If he's telling me no, I won't. I don't know about ships.
I don't know. What's the other room look like?
As you kind of walk down the other corridor, this one will have a bunch of like side rooms on it. Most are closed, but some appear to be kind of broken open. Going into one of them, it reveals what you can kind of assume is like a room of sorts, like a living space.
Yeah.
I mean, you're definitely like, oh yeah, that's whatever that is probably like a cabinet or something. But like everyone else is like, maybe that's a bed. There are
These
things to
things
shift
feel
through,
old
should you
people
wish.
leave their passwords
There are.
on sticky
Yeah,
notes.
like I mean, there's these weird things on the wall that maybe could be like
I'll toy with them.
cabinet. You kind of like walk up to it and you try and like open it like that and it doesn't budge. Kind of like, what? It's just looking at it like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You try pushing on it, you try like pulling on it until eventually you kind of like just push like it inwards at the same time and the panels will kind of like fold over each other before turning around and like going into the structure itself.
Hmm.
Inside of the cabinet, let's see.
600 gold pieces. Oh.
You find what appears to be a small little glowing core thing. And
Orb.
um
That's what I'm
And what?
that's about it.
Okay. Yoink.
It's surprisingly cool despite it's like it's a weird feeling. You feel like energy kind of like in the container. But it's should you would think it would be warm, but instead it's cool.
Ooh. Sweet.
Yeah. That's all you find in that room.
Mhm.
Are these beds like soft?
They aren't really beds. They're more like pods.
I'm not getting in any pods.
No.
And you kind of look at that and it's like, is this a bed?
Yeah,
Not laying in that.
this is weird.
So it seems like the only thing we really care about would be behind that door that cannot open. So what are we doing then?
I don't know, she was looking around to see if there's any like trace of what could look like those symbols. And see if she can find like either a note or like a name, what she would assume is a name, like on
some
the
of
cabin
the
wall.
now that you mention that, some of the doors that like are closed and like broke open, including the one that Rue went into, would have like this series of symbols next to the doors, but they don't appear to be the same kind as on the panel.
Dang.
It appears to be reminiscent, but none of the symbols match with what was on the panel.
Do you think we could like melt it enough to where we could manipulate the door?
That'd probably take a really hot fire. I mean, if this thing was in space, then like it's got to be like super tough. And
Even the metal on the inside?
you know, you're not melting normal metal unless you got like a super hot fire. So you probably need something super duper hot
I mean,
for this metal.
yeah. I mean, I can get pretty hot. I don't know if it could melt it, so. I'm just brainstorming. What do I know?
There ain't no way they'd press the same key 4 times in a row, right?
Judging by the
The 18,
18 press sequence that the spider input before, the odds aren't looking too good.
Dang it.
Well,
These people cared about their security.
the spider said that the door's stuck, not locked, right?
She say stuck specifically or locked?
She said stuck.
Oh.
Like, I feel like if it was locked, they wouldn't know the code, but if they know the code, then that would be stuck, right? Maybe I'm thinking too far into that.
Probably just different codes. I think they just mean they're stuck at this process.
She's gonna like point between the two words stuck and then flip lock and like ask which one it actually is.
The spider will flip through the book, point to lock,
Hmm.
and then me stuck.
Okay, that's what it is. She's gonna like look at the symbols. Did she notice the symbols that she originally put in? Like on the keypad? Like the first one outside the door?
They are the same symbols
They're the same symbols.
as the original keypad in the entrance to the ship.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm still team break the door down,
That's-
personally.
You joke, but yeah. The spider will go up to spider will kind of like just look around a little bit and then go back to the door, place the book down, and press a sequence of buttons, which the panel will glow red. Then press another sequence of buttons, which the panel will glow red. implying that that has been done for a very long time.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more willing to risk climbing into a vent than
Well,
the
it's not
door.
even about climbing into the vent. It's like you just physically couldn't fit in the vent.
He could, at the risk of becoming stuck.
The vents are that big.
Yes.
Holy dude!
He also
Well,
said
Charuz
that
is
they're
also pretty
tested during-
gangly and skinny.
Oh,
He's
we
Yeah,
not.
need to
that's
send
what
her
I'm
up.
Am I wider than Charuz?
She's built like a brick shit house.
Wider than Charuz. I'm
Why?
sure.
Why the shit
Whoa.
house?
You guys have never
never
heard
heard
that
that
phrase?
phrase?
I've heard the phrase before. That's why I laughed.
It's a brick house.
No,
It's a brick
That's-
shit.
that's the phrase.
I've heard that
Wait,
phrase.
Never heard that.
There's no way that Charuz's 6'4" body is narrower than your 5' body.
Really? Like,
She's got muscle, and he.
Hey, don't insult the man. Come
You-
on.
I don't think he has muscle.
No,
I
he
think
doesn't.
it's all
he doesn't.
No,
it's
I
all
think
like
it's like just
it's all
straight.
chitin and
He's like-
tendon.
It's all
Yeah.
tight and tendon, and I always imagine Saruz as being really narrow.
Yeah,
like the
every
widest
time
part
I
is
go
still
through-
definitely his
Head?
shoulders.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I thought you were
But like,
something.
I mean, even then, he's still pretty narrow. So I imagine like,
Then
and I
why
imagine
don't
he
you
can kind
climb
of-
in there, man?
and I imagine he also can kind of bend his limbs in like slightly different ways,
Yeah.
as his anatomy is slightly different. I say slightly, really different.
Does that vent look like it like would lead? I mean,
I mean, we could risk sending him through. Tie a rope to him if he tells us he gets stuck. Then
We always
We
pull
don't
him
know.
back.
do you want to?
Yeah, we'll just like rip a vent cover off.
That's easy.
You kind of walk up to this like vent cover, and you're like, "I'm not the one to do this.
I guess not.
If you would like to try, you can, but if you would like to try, it's going to be a strength check to rip off the vent."
Don't embarrass yourself.
I'll use my trusty crowbar
Uh,
A crowbar.
to get advantage on the strength check.
Okay. You know what? Sure.
No, that's
literally,
that's in the
that's-
crowbar item description.
That's all it exists for.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
I never actually read the
That's like you
description.
can use a crowbar to
So,
get an advantage.
that's
on
pretty
strength
cool.
Checks related to prying things open or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it that bad?
It's pretty bad.
Oh.
like,
Yeah, it's like pretty bad.
You see Charuz kind of struggling to pry this open, and it just doesn't budge.
why don't you let Karuna do that?
yeah, yeah.
No offense.
Do you give her the crowbar?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Just gonna take the crowbar.
Gives you advantage on that strength roll.
Yeah, gives me advantage on strength roll.
22.
Wait. 19. 15 plus 4.
You see Karuna kind of angle the crowbar and begin to pull, and surprisingly, this grate puts up a lot of resistance, even for you. You're kind of like pulling, and like but everyone watching sees the crowbar itself kind of begin to bend before finally a part of the vent snaps off.
We were not melting that door.
She was like, mother!
No.
Yeah, like this is some tough stuff, whatever it is.
She looks
And you kind of look at it, and like the vent piece is like really thin. So whatever this is, it's strong.
She looks at the spider, she goes, don't repeat that word. So she yells, motherfucker.
First, don't repeat that word.
First swear word.
This is what space
It won't-
feels like. It's miraculous that your gun breaks as much as it does.
It won't repeat what you said. However, you will say it kind of just, and then just get it over to the book and kind of write that.
Drop that
It's
note.
like, that one's not in the
Write that down.
dictionary.
What does it mean? It's like cross-referencing words. Just finds mother.
Wow.
But yeah, you snap off a piece of that vent, at which point you can get good leverage on the rest of the pieces and just snap it off.
Like, does the vent just like drop him like right into the other room?
You kind of look into the vent. As you look into the vent, it goes straight and then appears to take a right, which seems to lead in the direction of the other room.
Want us to tie this rope around you, just in case?
I don't know how many bends I'll be taking. I don't think it'll be a pleasant pullback.
It's better than being stuck there.
I mean, I won't pull you too hard.
Yes.
How are you gonna get the other vent off?
Don't worry about that.
I'm just trying to think ahead.
I'll that crowbar back.
She bends it back into place.
Here's a health potion for emergencies if you need it.
Thanks. So we'll see how this works. And I'll climb in and take the bend.
Okay. Please roll me a dexterity check to see how well you navigate this vent.
Cave divers moment.
It is literally a cave diver moment.
Hey guys.
22.
Oh yeah, except he's doing it right, is what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not taking the
Bro's not getting stuck upside down.
Bro's not going into the
death,
cave.
death fuck cave.
Yeah, Bro's not
9,000.
going into the cave with a 0% survival rate named Satan's ass crack. So he knows what he's doing. Oh yeah. Sorry. I love the cave diver meme. It's so fucking funny to me. I don't know why. It just tickles
It
me.
peaked when people started posting the clip of the Escape from Madagascar tiger. That were like,
Yeah, I know
Leap
exactly
through
what
the
you're
walls.
talking about.
That's when
Anyway,
it peaked.
back on session.
Yeah.
I like the
Um,
Saddam Hussein one.
Back on session. You can see that these vents probably weren't designed for what you're doing, but you're pretty limber. You get through. And as you kind of begin to see kind of like light coming from the where you assume the next vent is, you turn, and as luck would have it, that vent already seems to be off, broken.
Interesting.
What?
Okay.
Seemingly like how the other doors were somewhat broken.
What the fuck was doing this?
Just one single vent that was weird.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the only vent you found so far.
I guess.
Maybe somebody's trying to get out.
One for two vents.
I'll climb through to the other end, I guess.
Yeah. As you kind of climb through, you see the door that you assume is the one that's locked, with a similar panel on the other side.
Why didn't we think of that?
However, you are in a new room, and this room looks different. There is a... It's kind of like a circular room, almost. After the short like lead up to the door, it opens up into this pretty circular room with a table shaped like a C, facing away from the door. So it's kind of like this, with the door being this way. And you see in the middle of that C of the table was kind of like a little... The floor looks different in that area, but you're not sure why. And there are lights on in here, but this room is exceptionally well lit. Seems like this room was important for something.
So can I look at the center where like the flooring is different then?
It's kind of like up a couple inches off the ground. Like it's kind of like a ramp, not really a ramp, but like a smooth like incline up a little bit, and then another smooth one. As you kind of look at the bottom of it, you see like this sort of like what appears to be glass, almost, but you see just machinery underneath, not like a window.
What?
Are you asking me to repeat, or
I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding.
like it's a circular like indent upwards essentially, with like a little bit of like up, like that's showing the floor's been raised a little bit, and then there's a second level to it that's slightly higher.
It's
Where-
a teleporter or something.
It looks like glass, like on the floor, and you can see the machinery inside of it.
You've got a
the
raised
jet?
circular platform
The generator or something?
with machinery.
Like above table. Like, is this like a command room with like?
Was there a chair?
I thought this was the nav room at first, but
It seems a little close to the
Yeah,
entrance to be a.
it's just like there was no like steering wheel. Like unless you stand on there and you're like, you know, pretending or something. But
Is there like a chair or something? Or is it?
It does not appear to be any chairs.
Alright.
but there's like a C-shaped table.
What looks like a table.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So table.
Could be like an
Raised
entrance way to the
platform.
rest of the ship.
If you would like to make a perception check, you can, just to see if there's anything different about like this room. That's up to you.
Sure.
I wonder what Charuz is doing.
I don't know. Should I yell for him?
23.
With the
I don't
23
know
out of the
what's that.
corner of one of
I
your
don't think he can
eyes,
respond now because he can't see us.
That's true. You
you can see a like small box on the side, like kind of like on the side of the C-shaped table. A small like increase in like height, like a little box.
I got one of those.
As you kind of walk over, you feel it a little bit, and you feel like a tab on the side as you flip it open, and you see what Rue was holding, but without any energy in it.
Is it your box?
Hmm?
Is this your box?
No, that would be crazy.
So Enderu has a power cell that is charged.
Yeah.
And that one's empty.
Yeah.
Oh, the power cell
And
from the cat.
we need to get your thing to him. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say was, man, I'm so tired. Enderu is so tired. Sorry, Enderu. Ezekiel is so tired.
We can play character swap.
He can keep his.
Dude. Yeah, I was gonna say whoever gets me is just
I
Man.
Damn it.
the only person here I would
April
willfully choose to be is Corona.
April 1st is on a Tuesday. That's unfortunate.
Yo, what's wrong with me, dude? Come on.
You know.
Mm, But there's no other doorways, just the one.
The one that it currently seems that this room is keeping locked.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's the vent, of course, which you can crawl back through. I will not make you roll again if you want to go back, since you know what you're doing now. You've been through, and now you know you don't have to avoid anything. Thank God.
I'm thinking this is like an entranceway to the rest of the ship.
Hey, was it only like he entered the vent and then it was one right? And
He entered the
then
vent.
there was the vent.
He went right. I didn't say this, but there was a kind of like curved upward, kind of like leading off. So it looks like this vent was connected somewhere else.
Okay.
But and then he kind of just went along a little bit, and then came out to the right where the broken
I
vent
think that
was.
was the climbing speed.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Wait, we just
You're
need to
not
get-
climbing though. You're crawling.
I might
Yeah,
have
but-
Big difference.
I might have an idea that we can get you his like powered core though. Because I could just
Well, you can just come back and grab it.
I could also just telekinetic the hand like to where the intersection is, and then just kind of like huck it down the intersection,
Well, yeah,
and
but
then
we
he just
don't-
reaches into the vent.
Well, we don't know though. He needs it.
You just gotta communicate with us.
I know. That's true. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't talk
I forget
to
you
us.
can't talk.
Just scream down the vent, Sharoos.
He can't.
I'll climb back to where everyone else is though.
You hear kind of like a crawling and shaking through the vent as you see Sharoos' head kind of just out the like where the corner is.
So I don't think there's anything of value within that room for us. It seemed maybe like a meeting room of some kind, but it doesn't go anywhere else. There's a part of the vent that goes upward.
So, guys, I'm gonna say something
what-
that's really out of character for me, but let's just destroy the piece of the ship that you need for your gun. Like, what is the purpose of us being here? To get your alloy, right? Like, we just need to chip off a piece or something.
That was the purpose, but this is kind of more significant than meteor metal.
Okay.
Good enough for me. We saw no other door when we entered.
Mm-mm.
When
It was
you,
just this little closet and then this door.
yeah.
So,
How
like-
the fuck did they get to the rest of the ship?
I think that's a teleport.
I said it twice. My theory. I said it twice. Because we had like a foyer where Spider Lady opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
Then like we had like a hallway with like an offshoot to maybe like some crew quarters or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then this locked door that leads to this empty room that has
A teleporter pad.
a desk and it's a circle in a spaceship. And it's the focal point of the room. It's got to be a teleporter.
Yep.
Should I
What
go
is
back
a
and-
teleporter?
Beam me up, Charuz.
I've heard of teleporters. Don't worry. We have that technology.
People teleport. I didn't know that.
Also true. I've heard that
I've
it's
heard of that.
done via magic.
He teleports.
I've done both.
Yeah.
I've done neither.
I don't know. I would still be willing to take a crack at bypassing the panel, but somebody needs to fucking break the panel off the wall.
Was there anything that looked like could be used to open the door in there?
Another panel.
I mean, it might just have you go get a big rock.
Rock.
I mean, I like my odds just punching it.
I'm
I support the
broken.
punching plan. I feel like everything else has gotten us nowhere.
Off table, she can't even say this. Like, but that core might be able to open up the door if we insert
agree,
it
I was waiting for her
inside
to
the
bring it up.
thing.
I was also waiting for you to bring it up.
Because there's two of the same cores.
There's somewhere to insert the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the box.
Yeah.
The box you
the
pull
box.
the empty one out of.
Yeah, you have to take the empty one out.
It's like choosing
Oh,
double
I
A.
thought you just meant like a fucking cardboard box.
Like, oh, he's got a box. Like,
He's got,
Little
like,
power
he's
cell
got the
thing.
technology
I
box.
said it looked exactly like what he had, but off.
My
I'm sorry if I
my
didn't make that
comprehension
clear.
right now is like at 60%.
Six?
Rim
Totally.
world reference. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear, but yeah, it was like, okay, so let's just say like that, like right there is like the box, like rise up. You basically pull it open. There's an empty thing inside of it.
No,
that looks
no,
exactly
I get it now. It's
okay.
just,
Just I want to make sure. I
I
didn't.
thought there was like an Amazon box just chilling.
Yeah. Prime smile.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
has anyone seen one of these anywhere? I don't know if you announced it at all.
Wait,
You're
hold
timing.
on. I may not have a brain, but I have an idea.
I love that.
Oh, I have one of those.
It took me a second to get the light bulb.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
I thought he was pretending. To,
I thought he was zapping himself.
Like,
with it.
yeah,
thought he was
like the
zapping,
thing in
and I'm like, oh, it's a
Futurama,
light
like
bulb.
You could
Bender,
imagine that
Bender
too.
does drugs and does electricity or whatever.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Like
I found it in a cabinet.
Dr. Eggman with
Take it
the
for a
quill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go try something.
Hey man, have fun.
Good luck.
Seriously.
Good luck.
So speed back through the vent.
You'll speed back through the vent, kind of pull up, crawl back out, get back up, and place the charge of whatever this is in there, and close the vent. As you will hear a faint hum come from the platform, as it will kind of glow a little bit, and the table in front of you will also glow, and you will see a massive just map appear.
Didn't open the door though.
Booyah!
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Oh,
That was our idea.
As the map,
I knew it
as
was
the
a
map
display,
begins to
though. I
light,
just
as
didn't
the-
know.
it just shows the entire thing.
Fucking
The map basically is showing the entire like ship right now, and before it eventually zooms in on like your location, which is displayed as a green blinking dot.
You are here. Right, now is there a button that looks like an open the elevator doors button?
There actually is.
Good.
It appears that there is a specifically for this room where the teleporter is in. That the door there's like a little closed door symbol right now.
Can I like touch?
You kind of reach out and like your hand goes through it, but the symbol changes as the door will open.
Hooray!
Charles doesn't do that.
You see,
Oh, good job.
if you
Good job, sure.
just looking at the map a little more, you do see other doors, but they do not have the symbol over them. It appears this room only controls this set of doors. However, there are other blinking points on the ship.
What now?
What is that?
Beats me.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. Just it worked, I guess.
Okay, and
What do you mean? This is a display, guys.
What's a display? Like a jewelry display?
No, like it just shows
I'm
you
a
stuff.
criminal. My mind immediately goes to jewelry display.
It's a display. It's not
It's
crazy
a
thing.
display.
It is indeed a display, but in detail far greater than what either of you have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't blurry? What sorcery is this?
I can.
Man.
This is 1080p.
1080p!
Yeah, like,
The Rovids were living in 320.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that.
If that. I mean, it's reminiscent of a teleporter.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably just takes us to other parts of the ship.
Someone.
what's Spider Lady
stand on
doing
it?
right now?
When the doors opened, she was currently trying combinations on the panel.
Hey, Jackie.
So-
I'm standing on the teleporter pad. He just told me to.
Okay.
I might as well join him. I'm curious.
She,
Is that a
at
good
which
idea?
point she kind of like stumbles back as the door opens. She wasn't done putting in a code yet when it opened. But
She got the right
Look
code,
around.
guys.
Look around again.
Yay. Charles, what are you doing standing there?
but yeah.
So those
he's
two are on the
standing- they're
teleporter.
on there. You see the
Is this like a really small circle? Like, are we just crammed on here?
I think you could probably fit another person on there before it could be
wow.
considered
Live
crammed.
inside this.
I didn't know it was that big.
I
Yeah,
think
it's pretty
you're
big.
already asking the wrong questions.
I said, what happens if I put a limb outside this?
I was thinking that too. Like T-posing to see your arm.
Do you want Ardor to make you an arm as well?
No. See how his goes? No. Wow. Above table.
You're insulting one of the
Above table,
greatest
of course.
minds
Above
of
table.
Arovia.
Dude, he's got over double my intelligence.
He actually is literally more than
He's
2 times
more
your
than 2
intelligence.
times my intelligence.
I got near triple your intelligence.
Yeah.
Literally double mine.
Actually, yeah, you have near triple. That's
give
funny.
me a little book of intellect boost.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Jackie. Yeah.
Nothing happens though. We're not.
I mean, nothing happens.
Press
You
the
do see
button,
that, like,
Charles.
just taking a look at what appeared to be the schematic of this ship, you do see several blinking points.
Tap one of them.
You will,
Something's supposed to happen here.
as Rue is there's something
There's our
supposed,
comedic
yeah,
timing.
there's something supposed to happen. And Rue, Sharu's, and who else was on there?
Oh, were you?
I thought he was saying.
I guess.
Oh, is
I
the,
Oh, you're not on there?
does the console go around the circle?
Yeah, like
So like you could stand in the circle and press a button.
yes.
You're
Oh.
probably
You're
standing
probably
in the
going
circle.
in the circle.
As you see Sharu's and Rue just
I'm Kuruda.
And
and Karuna just disappear.
I'm like, oh.
oh,
Oh,
That's fine.
Anyone looking at what button
Fuck.
Shrew's pressed?
I was.
that's the spider.
At least you're remembered.
I was not looking.
You three will appear in a
Ardor and Zeke side quest. Yay!
different room where, as you call, kind of like appear on the pad, you kind of like stumble a little bit as this room seems to be slightly slanted. Yeah.
Just slowly sliding down.
And this door already appears to be open.
Oh, guys, we're in a different room now.
Is it like regularly open or forced open?
It looks regular.
Like, what is this though?
What the room you're in right now? It looks exactly identical to the one that you just came from.
Lights in it?
Dimmer, but yes.
Is the room outside it the exact same as the other ones, or is it
That is
entirely different?
As you enter into this room, it's kind of like a crossway of sorts, rather, where the one was kind of like this and this. This one's all like all four directions essentially. You kind of walk into the middle of the crossway. Left and right lead down pretty far, but straight ahead seems to go into a open room, like a large open room.
Let's take a peek.
Sure.
You think Zeke and Ardor are coming, up the rear or something?
Great segue. As we pan back to Zeke and Ardor for a moment, and of course the spider.
I'm gonna gesture to the spider, to the dictionary. Flip through some pages, and I'm gonna find read. I'm gonna point at read, and I'm gonna point at the symbols on the display.
Flip through the book until finding the word unable.
Ardor's,
I'm out of
Ardor's,
ideas.
Ardor's face just is getting fucking sadder and sadder fucking minute.
Oh my god.
Like a mixture of pissed off and sad.
Okay, well, it's
Christmas already.
well, it's a ship.
So I saw that immediate instant.
So we got this display that's the whole ship,
Mm-hmm. The pad's still glowing.
and it's all right. Well, a normal boat, a normal ship, it's driven from the top back, right? Or do you think it's apples to oranges?
I don't know, spaceships or
I
whatever.
don't know.
Fucking outworld ships. Like, if you want to compare it to a fucking sailing ship, sure, the fucking wheels in the back.
Yeah, you're right. I'm overthinking this. I see two courses of action, Ardor. We sit here and wait, or we press a random button.
As you say that, you will hear the pad glow as the spider walked on as you two were talking, and just
I wasn't in the pad.
I know you didn't go.
Okay.
It was
I
only
was
the
on-
spider.
Okay.
Fuck. You have
Did you see
no
what
idea
button
what
she
button you
pressed?
Like, let's split up and search for clues, man.
He was just kind of like leaning up against the wall and he just fucking banged his head against the wall.
His arm blew up, and now he's just left in the ship.
Him and Zeke abandoned.
Does my curiosity outweigh my tired? Yes. Yes, it does. All right, you coming with me? I want to check this thing out.
Sure.
Sweet.
It's the most regretful.
Sure. I will now roll a d20 to see what you press.
Oh my god.
Technically, these have all been random, so don't make a face at me.
Ejection chute.
Trash compactor. Oh no.
Captain's quarters.
But you two disappear. You do not hear the teleporter behind you guys at any point. So
Great. I didn't want to be with him anyway.
Corinna's looking
The
at the
spider.
board, she's like,
That was
the other two went
that was
somewhere
on
else.
purpose. I apologize.
That
So-
makes it worse.
Corinna's gonna like write like just a small C on the floor to be like, we came here. With just a pencil, just like.
Yeah, you can you don't like actually scratch into it, but like you draw onto it. It's
Yeah.
like it's recognizable. As you all stand in the intersection, do you make your way into that open set of doors? As you do, you enter a room full of like smaller, like panels and chairs.
Was this like some lecture hall? She's thinking about like what colleges she's heard of.
Beats me. I have no idea what that is.
Um,
She only knows them for one specific reason. She's just like, you know what? I mean, I never been to one either, so I can't really do that.
So there's chairs and panels,
Mhm.
and these chairs are set up how?
they're directly in front of each panel. They're like small, like they flatten out, kind of skinny out into like a single leg, and then kind of narrow out again into like a flat foundation.
So is
Oh,
it
that's
like,
like a control room.
is it kind of similar to like layout wise to a control room, or closer to like?
Is this the Death Star control room? That's
It's
exactly
called the
what I'm
bridge.
imagining. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Out of above board, kind of.
Yeah.
It's a little different than that, but it might serve some purpose.
Are any of these panels on?
They all seem to be active, but they don't display anything other than like a little green like blip every once in a while signifying that they are active.
You know what these are?
I mean, we had terminals on our ship, but without knowing the meaning of the symbols, I really can't do anything.
So. Okay.
Yeah.
Start pressing buttons.
Real quick, just as a like, because I didn't ask before the session started, how late do we have till? Because I'm fine to keep going. I just want to know if anyone else is on a time constraint.
How much content do you have left before something big happens?
Fair amount of just exploration, mostly.
I mean,
Like I can keep going. I'm just wondering if anyone else needs to leave like sooner than me.
I would.
Because right now
I
it's,
don't want to go too late.
it's
tonight.
almost 8 right now. So
I'm thinking 8:30 because I have to go grocery shopping before stores close at 10.
okay, that works for me.
Timestamp me.
3:27.
Sorry about that. I just didn't really think about it like
Yeah,
until
yeah.
now. I should probably ask that in the future
I think-
session that's like later at night.
I think easily the first 20 minutes of that is us trying to get Jack to do an intro.
Yeah, probably.
And some of us actively making it harder.
Hugs collar.
Cut.
So, what do you all do?
I don't know. It's like, to be honest, I really have no interest in exploring the technical parts of this ship. So I guess I'm just following people around.
Like, if I tap on one of these monitors, like what happens?
It will light up and kind of display a series of symbols before a bunch of bars will like appear on the screen with like each of them looking different and like a little thing to the side. Like, and as you kind of like touch the screen, you can kind of like scroll up and down it. Do you like scroll at all?
Sure.
As you kind of scroll through it, you realize eventually that you're seeing languages. There are hundreds of them. As you just keep scrolling and scrolling, different some range from sigils to indecipherable lines to similar to what language you might see on Rogozio would look like.
The shit got factory reset back to the language select.
I mean, pick up. Oh, I don't know that those are languages. So
Is Rogosian common? Like, even even a thing on there?
Scrolling down, you do eventually at the almost very bottom of the list see what appears to be Rogosian Khan. As you tap on it, the machine will kind of bleep yellow, and it'll say, as the panel, it won't say anything actually. The panel will just like flash a notification that says, why am I struggling on that word? Oh, that's fine. I don't know. Translation may be incomplete / inaccurate. Continue.
Damn, they got the Google Translate.
Can I hit no and look for
You can.
It said Google Translate and it said, "Hey Google" on my tablet.
You can. If you like, you can press you think is like a no symbol, like it's like a red button instead of a green, and it brings you back to the selection.
is
Wait, what? Why'd you hit no?
is my like native language like Madrid Thri-Kreen? Like, is that anywhere on there?
Surprisingly, no.
Fuck these civilizations.
You scroll through and you think you find probably every other language that you know the name of, and like can say, okay, that's a language, except for yours. Something's off. You're not quite sure what it is.
Go with Google Translate, I guess.
As you go back to the Rogosian common, it gives you the same warning you go through with, I'm assuming. And as you do, there are sections, you'll basically be greeted with a bunch of like more like of those bars, but instead of languages, they'll have like, I guess they display certain things, like one will say log, others will say like, you know, other kinds of things. And well, there's even an option for the map, which if you want to pop that up, you could. But some of the phrases like have like blanks in them, which are replaced by the strange symbols. You're assuming those are phrases that could not be translated.
The Florbeldorp.
The glip gloop. Florbeldorp. That's a
What
good gnome name.
Shrebule.
what do the logs
Sorry.
what do the logs say?
As you
One of 8,000 billion.
click on the logs, it again pulls up another screen of tabs, which appear to be separate logs. One is navigation, one is crew status, one is structural integrity, and then there's one that's just like completely like not translated.
Crew status.
Crew status, as you kind of press on it, you'll see the panel kind of like darken for a second as you feel the whole ship kind of vibrate a little bit. And that's when we'll get to you for now. I'll answer that question when I come back.
I like that the spider is just doing it completely gone.
The spider's getting chased around by
Actually,
assistant
you know what?
left on
Let
the
me see where she went. I didn't roll for that. Okay.
Trash compactor.
You two will appear in a
spider ended up in the-
similar room, with the same level of brightness, with this door closed.
Is there just button on the panel to open it?
There's a button on the map that has the closed door symbol. Boop. The doors kind of like begin to open in front of you, and then kind of like just one of them just kind of falls to the side, but it's enough for you to go through.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Shimmy through the doorway. Look around.
As you kind of look around, there's only one way for you to go this time, and it's a direct hallway. And as you follow it down, you head into a wide but decently low ceiling room
Trash compactor.
full of tables and chairs.
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria. Yeah.
With a larger counter off to the left with the similar cabinets you saw in the room.
Cafeteria. You want to try a different one?
I mean, let's open the cabinets first.
All right. Yeah. Cabinets.
You open most of the cabinets and it's like just nothing in here. Until you open one in the far left,
They for sure have like space rats.
which as you open it, you will see a well-worn satchel inside.
Yoink.
As you kind of open it up, you feel like something kind of clicking together inside, like rocks almost hitting each other.
Open.
So you do, you see what appear to be these, like, you know, the texture of, like, or, you know, not the texture, the look of, like, granite?
Yeah.
With, like, the, bright with, like, the blackish kind of, like, grayish dots and, like, all over it. It has that kind of, like, look to it. Small spheres about this big. There's two about, let me see. 3 of them.
What's in there?
Balls. Rock balls, and I'll scoop a couple of them out. Do like a little like
Fondle.
I was gonna say we found their goddamn fidget toys.
So if we're going with the cafeteria idea, this might be food. I don't know.
You're welcome to put your tongue to it.
I'm not. I'm good.
It is at this moment that you will all feel the ship kind of dim and like shake a little bit before going back to normal.
The fuck was that?
I bet Enderu had something to do with that.
Dude, you just had
It wasn't even him this time.
Wait, dude, you are literally this man. You have Fushigi.
The world wants me to fail, dude.
You got Fushigi.
I know, that's what I thought
I
he was
didn't,
referencing.
I didn't want to make that reference.
I didn't want to.
That's
I didn't
what
want
I
to
thought.
either. But like, I think that's.
I didn't know that's what they were called, but that's
Yeah,
what
I literally was looking it up. I was like, magic ball that floats, and that's all I had to type in to get Fushigi.
What a great scam.
I knew someone who had them.
I bought one.
Put them back in the satchel.
Okay.
And I guess we have these balls now.
Yeah, that you think are food. You're welcome to try it.
I'm good. I mean, this does kind of feel like a cafeteria
There's
type thing with the counter.
There's no other doors here though.
No, this appears to be a one-stop destination.
I'll real quick like fan through all the other cabinets.
Clean.
You want to try a different one?
Well, yeah, like we're gonna stay in the fucking empty room.
Oh,
hey.
Rough day.
I didn't break your arm.
Yes, I'm unleashing my anger at you. Shut up and press a button.
Fine, but not because you told me to. Back to the teleporter.
Just going. Just are you just?
Can I roll? Can I roll?
You want? Yeah, sure. You roll.
2. That's the third 2 I've rolled this session.
That's true.
That is the. Wow.
I've not rolled many d20s this session.
You only rolled 3, right?
Nah, he's rolled a couple because he had that 15, 16 thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
think
say
but
you
I
only
think
rolled
the
2s.
majority of my rolls have been twos.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like 60%.
Let's see. Where does that end up?
This might be the trash compactor.
I would never do something so
What's
close.
this button? Auto eject.
The poop room.
It just shoots you into the cavern. You get splat against the wall.
As you
The
all,
Beatles just kind of like standing there.
as you two appear in a similar room again as the one you teleport from, like they all
Yeah.
appear to be like the same. However, this one has no lights on. You are currently in dark vision mode right now.
Is the door
Are we
open?
fucked? Is the console on?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, you're lucky. I thought it was off too.
Is the door open?
Yeah. It's like kind of like on the hinges, like open, like it's pretty beaten battered.
Take 2.
Wait, you don't want to go squeeze through that door?
What, are you scared? No. I'll step through it.
You step through, and you know, I actually was thinking about it, but like, nah, it wouldn't be that messed up.
This one was an elevator.
As you kind of like step out and kind of like peek around before you jump down a little bit. It was about like actually a 2-foot drop a little bit, so it catches you a little off guard. But like,
Yeah.
okay.
There is a.
Um,
Mind the gap.
what appears to be an absolutely just massive, huge open room with various kinds of large containers
We might have hit the jackpot.
Possibly.
We got boxes.
You got boxes. You can only see so far out though, and currently you cannot see.
We
the
can't
ceiling.
see the other end of the room.
No.
And the big room.
It's a big room.
Big
It's
room.
like a cargo ship.
I don't know, let's start.
Yeah, we're gonna start cracking open boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if you find anything.
You don't.
Steve's gonna get face up.
As you like start opening the boxes. Did I hear? I thought I heard Riley say something. I know, which is why I was confused because he's not here. As
Jack
you,
has schizophrenia.
dude, I swear. As you open some of the containers, they appear to contain some sort of like dust.
It's similar dust to the bug. The thin stuff that's
Not that you can tell.
Is it like? Are we talking dust like flour or dust like sand? Like what kind of texture?
Probably closer to sand. Are you feeling it? Like kind of just grabbing a handful?
You know, scoop
So
it
you
in.
kind of grab a
Okay.
handful, you kind of shake it off of you quickly as you feel like your hand kind of like gets pins and needles from picking it up.
What?
I have no clue what this is.
Identify.
You kind of look at your hand a little bit, and has like a little lightly red tinge, like so it's an irritant of sorts.
Hey, don't touch this stuff.
I was like mid grab.
Yeah. You're like, maybe I should.
No, it's my hand's all scratchy.
Yeah. The sensation is fading, but it's still there. It'll be there for a bit.
Why don't you take a vial of it? I could blow it in some dude's face and give him like space
Pink
cancer.
eye. Oh.
Pink eye.
It's like blowing a vial of fiberglass in someone's
Pocket
face.
space sand.
Dude, they were carrying what must be the equivalent of like
Want to know what it's like to be blind?
chemical warfare.
Pocket sand.
Just space fentanyl.
Space vent would be crazy.
Increases the.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
that's the room I
They
find.
got me on that galaxy cart. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it's actual galaxy gas.
I would love to find some galaxy gas. in
More
this shit.
crates.
More crates.
Yeah.
A large majority of the small crates that you open contain that same kind of sand. With some being just completely empty.
Mhm.
But that's really it for like the small crates. I mean, you could go through for like
Large crates.
hours, but you're
Is
like
there
you're
anything
seeing a
like-
trend.
Is there anything like shipping container sized?
Yeah, there's a few. How you open them is
Dead
anyone's
bodies.
guess.
Any number pad?
Doesn't appear to be, but does appear to be like a hinge on one side, so you're assuming it opens a certain way.
You grab the other side and heave.
Oh, that shouldn't have happened. Pardon me. As you try and just heave this, can you make me a strength check?
I don't know why I'm looking. 15.
15. As you try and heave and pull this, you feel it slightly move before it's just too much. These are either they were designed to be opened by something bigger than you, or by multiple somethings.
It's the beetle guards, dude. Let's just be honest.
All right, let's find a large crate.
Okay. That one, it's similar to the other ones where instead of opening from the side like that one was, it opens from the top. As you kind of do, you kind of lift it up a bit. Lid's a little heavy, but you like eventually throw it open. What do you find? Let's
Real
see.
quick, we found a bunch of crates with space sand that irritated my hand when I touched it.
Made it all red and stingy.
I called it pocket fiberglass.
He called it space fen.
Mm-hmm.
Name pending.
Name pending.
Depends on how it reacts to
More
books.
sand.
As you
What is
open
he
this,
chuckling
you
about?
find
More sand.
bones.
What?
Huh?
Mm.
Unmistakable. Definitely not human, but bones.
Yeah. Yeah. One more.
Yeah.
One more.
One more big one,
Yeah, one more.
Oh,
big one.
Human
another
bones.
big one.
bro.
Your missing arm. We found it.
Don't say bones again.
An exact. No, it's not Bones again.
Okay.
You find an exact copy of you with its arm. They'll never know.
With the other arm missing.
Yeah. I'm you.
I thought
Different.
you were like vaguely serious for a second.
No, no, I'm kidding. With this one, you would find sort of like a sap, almost.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
It
I'm gonna
is-
feed you that vial of space sand.
I'll kill you.
That's
And I'm just imagining
You
the,
do, it's
the
like,
texture of
you find
fighting.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
It's like feeding a mouthful
sprinkle
of
it. I'm gonna
cinnamon.
sprinkle the next pie she makes with fucking space.
What was in that pie, Karuna? I'm seeing things.
I didn't know you were allergic to pears.
I'll take like one of my knives and just kind of
Incredibly viscous. Like
Whoa.
it is like stretch. You know.
maybe this, aside from the bones, maybe this is like food storage. I don't know who'd want to eat either of these things, but I don't know what else it could be useful for.
I'm gonna. Are these crates like made out of boards or some?
They're made out of a similar metal as the ship.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Take like a really small empty one.
Yo.
What for what?
If it's made from the
It's
same
made from
metal,
the same
then
metal.
we can gun it.
Oh, absolutely.
And find,
Like,
maybe,
shove
maybe
that
find
dog in your
one.
bag of holding or
Yeah,
something.
maybe find
My
one
bag
that
of holding
fits
not
better.
that big.
No,
I don't know.
in there,
I
man.
don't know if the opening. will
Maybe
fit
we
a
can.
crate.
Is there one that's like shoebox sized? This
Yeah. You see, as you open it, you see like there's a small amount of the sand in it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I take it, put it in the sap. I dump it on the sap. Does anything happen?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Scientific method, people.
Okay.
Scientific method.
Great.
Shit blows up.
That's what I was thinking.
As you,
You also feel the shit
A
shake.
chain.
Except this one's a lot more intense.
kaboom, boom,
Yes,
Kaboom.
Rico.
kaboom. As you pour the sand onto there without any sort of hesitation, you do begin to see it kind of like glow a little bit before, like, do you do anything?
Nope.
Let's take a few steps back.
As
See what
it
happens.
continues to glow brighter and brighter.
You were going to chain reaction this whole room.
You hear a loud
I'm
pop
good at that.
before the glow dies down.
Oh.
Got
I look
real
back and
lucky.
I'm not gonna lie, I was worried for the
see-
second order.
A couple of those orbs that you found in the mess hall.
It is food.
Is it though?
I don't know.
What the fuck is this shit?
Wait, where were those
Or
orbs again?
the body
In the thing you thought was a
girl.
kitchen.
In the mess hall.
Those orbs you found.
Yeah,
Just
but-
made more of them.
In the set.
Like the entire
Yes.
this entire crate is empty now, and there's just a couple orbs.
No. There is a couple orbs sitting on a slightly less amount of sand.
I'm gonna.
You have to
What
rip
are
some of them off
grenades?
there.
That was sick if they were grenades, bro.
That is currently
I
sounding
think
what
you
it is.
I think you should put your tongue to one. I legitimately think so. I have a healing
If
potion.
that
on me.
was me, I would be made fun of if I did that.
You're right. I'm not you.
And you're not.
But I'm not you.
I'm better. You can't tell anyone else about this.
I won't.
Well, it's because I'm slightly delirious.
On my good
I
arm, I
didn't
won't
sleep
tell
very-
anyone.
I didn't sleep very last night.
As you touch your tongue to the orb,
Oh my gosh, that was a perplexed face.
Already my con save. I'm gonna
It's
turn
like-
into a bug or something.
Wild.
24 hours.
Yo,
before
look
the
at how disappointed he is.
no, I'm not disappointed. I'm thinking. Because
Actions have consequences. Punish this man.
not necessarily
Just explode, and then
consequences,
all the
just
other ones
something I
die.
didn't expect anyone here to do.
We found it in cafeteria.
No, we think it's a
What we think is a cafeteria.
It was just a grenade storage room, bro.
So as
There's the
you touch your
armor.
tongue to this, you
Give me
Here.
immediate. Here.
the sounds of faint explosions in the distance and an unfamiliar faint voice.
Wait, what? Is that the ashes of other bugs? Like the bones and ashes, and you sap it and you're getting memories? That was a big leap.
That's a
Logic.
big
Massively.
Do you hear that?
No.
Does he hear that?
No. As you take your tongue off of it, the sounds stop immediately.
Did I get any words from the voice?
Foreign language.
I'd say I definitely don't speak the name.
Hard to tell if it was even like a masculine or feminine voice. It was just a voice.
I'm gonna like touch my
But it was
forehead.
not the same sort of like clicking and chirping that you've been hearing from the bugs.
I'm gonna like touch to my forehead,
Nothing.
nose,
Nothing.
ear.
Nothing.
What the fuck?
That's crazy. It only happens when you touch the
Can you bite it?
You hear the same thing again.
I'm gonna hold it for like
Try a different orb.
a few seconds.
I mean,
Is it just far off explosions?
more far off explosions, more of the same voice, but this time you can hear other faint voices as well.
Could you like bite it?
Try it. I licked this side. Try that side.
I don't have that arm. I guess I'll put it to my tongue.
You hear the same thing.
I know, right?
Try a different orb.
This time,
You
That's the science.
You guys are doing stuff. We're just putting balls to our thumbs.
We hijacked the ship and changed the language. You
Meanwhile-
created balls and put
You
them in
guys
your
are
mouth.
just licking balls.
this one you hear the sounds of like some kind of like fight,
Huh.
like not in the voices, but like
ting,
not
ching.
not quite steel on steel, but like no, it's something hitting something, but it's not steel on steel. Some kind of like
crunching,
a
pounding,
little bit, yeah.
slapping.
Before eventually you hear like a closer crunch and then just a slam and then nothing.
Murder.
This one's like violence,
I
like
guess
more,
I'll-
even more violence.
I'll try that one.
Hear the same thing.
Like are these things.
One more.
I don't know. Now I'm starting to feel like my logic wasn't that far off.
Yeah, let me go to the
No.
one of the ones that we specifically got out of the cafeteria.
That's like from
Um,
Inside Out with like the
More
memory
memories.
bank.
This one sounds like a hockey game.
With this one, you hear the sounds of many different voices, all not panicked in any way. Before you hear a sort of like shockwave almost, and then nothing.
Why are these all negatives? Give me one that's like singing.
Yeah, actually.
You're beginning to notice a trend.
I got one more experiment that I want to do, and then we can move on.
All right,
I'm gonna go
Let's
back to
hear
a
it.
crate with bones.
I'm here for
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna take some bones, throw them in the sap.
How many are you taking? Like one big one? Are you taking a
I'll
couple
take
small ones?
a few various sizes. As much as I can carry in one fucking arm.
As you kind of like take the bones and like carry them, just like look at Zeke, just toss them in.
I told him what I was doing.
I'm here for it.
You will see the sap and bones glow.
Just turn
This
it-
time,
turn
very
it.
violently,
Back up.
as instead of a pop, you will hear like a shatter as how far away are you two?
Oh,
10 feet?
15, yeah, 10, 15
15.
feet.
Let's go 15.
let's go with 60.
As you hear the pop, you kind of like all in just a blinding flash. You kind of like cover your faces as you feel shards of something kind of like cut by you,
Oh,
slapping you as they go.
Zeke's been flashbang too many times this episode.
But you look at the crate. Most of the sap is gone, if not all of it, and there are no orbs.
All right. I'm going to open a fresh sap crate.
Let's do one bone this time.
No,
Maybe
I'm
there's
just
like an
I'm
upper
done
end.
here. I'm taking a jar out of my bag and just and I'm out of here.
Okay. And with that,
What the hell?
we'll move back to you.
Sweet.
You three. So, actually, roll for something real quick.
So we got death
Okay.
orbs.
We got dude.
After a moment, the panel will display 6 life signs detected.
That makes sense. 6 life signs, 6 of us, including the spider. Are there any other pathways like from this room that's not the teleporter?
Yes.
To the next room.
I'm gonna check the very last log first of like
That's smart.
kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
what
actually really
may
smart.
like either an entry log or like navigational log of like where they were going and like what was happening at the time.
Okay. So as you click on the last, or I guess most recent log, a similar yellow like notification will pop up that will say corruption detected, some contents of file maybe, and then it's just,
Yeah.
more of that symbol text for what couldn't be translated.
That happened to episode 2 and 3.
Oh,
Oh well. Do you still continue anyway?
yeah, she's gonna like try and still open up.
As you do, most of this file is indecipherable symbols and text. You do make out a few phrases, though. Those being home, begin anew,
We get it.
and a capitalized name of something. With it being there being like a highlight saying rough translation. Final Pioneer.
It said home what?
Home. Begin anew.
Oh, you begin. So this was like they were jumping their original planet and came here to start a new life, is what it seems like. Okay, well that's upsetting. What's in this next room?
As you go up into the next room, you will see a much larger, not much larger, actually, it's about the same size. With, instead of terminals and like chairs kind of being like all over the place, they're very much focused in this room in like a ring.
What's in the center of the ring?
What appears to be something similar to that pad you teleported with.
But it's powered down.
Yes. One of the this entire room actually seems to be powered down, so it's a little darker. One of the consoles in the far, like that direction of the circle of consoles seems to be like just kind of like faintly glowing.
Oh, let's investigate it.
You can. As you go over, there's a prompt on it that says, well, actually, it doesn't say anything. It's all symbols.
Even with the English translation thing that we set?
Apparently, that's console
Oh,
specific.
sorry, Colin.
Apparently, that is console specific.
Man, I hope the English don't exist in this world.
Can I click that to like tap on the screen?
Where do you tap?
So like
Left side or right side? Just tell me.
Is there
left.
any color variation to them?
To
To either side?
well, left was green and right is red.
Oh, good thing I
So-
pressed left.
No questions. Left.
I was going to say that because we did left on all of our paths when we were going here. So,
So
Yeah,
as you
look where we ended
you
up.
hear
Fucking line of
the
lines.
ship kind of like shake a little bit before
Uh-oh.
light begins to come in from above you
Oh.
as you see as sort of like well, how to describe this?
He's getting big.
As you feel like the ground beneath you kind of begin to like shake a little bit as you begin to see like a light come up in front of you as you see the ceiling of the cave.
You're at the top of the ship.
As you
Oh.
slowly rise up and up, you eventually see that you're on the top of the ship, and you can see outside through what appear to be a series of windows.
Oh, this is like an observation deck kind of thing.
It would appear so.
Yo, this is sick. Did she get up there with me?
If you're all in the room, then yeah, you'd all see this as well.
Hmm.
Wow.
Thaumaturgy. Attention, bug people. I am your god.
So, with that
I
being
am
said,
your new leader.
and I see anything like
Make his brain
happening
Jesus.
outside the ship? Like, are there guards preparing to, do anything to us when we leave? Is there like a force like posted up?
You see, you can manage to see, although it's pretty far away, the village, like some of the village from here. You do see people kind of like, or insect people kind of like pausing and pointing up. You do see some of the beetle guards kind of looking up, but they don't seem to be approaching the ship in any way.
Good. Well, that was cool. It's a cool little lookout area. I'll press red to go back down.
The panel goes back down as the ceiling closes and the room is plunged into somewhat darkness.
Wow. That is cool. But in the thing that's in the middle of these, like, I'm just going to call them chairs. The thing that's in the middle of the ring of chairs, is that another glass pad thing?
There is no entryway to it. Like, the entire ring is surrounding it, leading you to believe it is a different kind.
Oh,
As you can't really easily step onto it without going over the table. And that seems a little weird for something like a teleporter.
yeah. Can I get on it anyway?
If you wanted to, sure.
I'm
It's
just
a
like,
giant map.
is there another generator, like, underneath of it?
Make me a perception check.
Oh, nuts. Oh, it's cocked.
Go again.
I should have kept the cocked one.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Not that you see.
Hmm.
Though this one panel is still on, implying that there is some sort of power in this room. Maybe just not enough of it.
My thought process was we go to the teleporter room where we know how to take the power jewel out, and then we just put it in this one, power this room, see what it does, and then be like, oh, okay, and then take it out and go power the teleporter again when we want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, we could try.
Yeah, but I don't know how to power this room.
I don't think.
Do
you
we
can-
see another one of those little boxes anywhere on the any of the tables?
Perception check, please.
Please roll well.
I make no promises.
I failed. Pick up where I failed.
Succeed where I could not.
There we go. That's what I was trying to say.
I just realized how like jarring this would be if somebody skipped like 3 or 4 episodes.
Alien.
Yeah, we're in like it feels weird territory.
It
Oh.
is.
Okay, 17
Feels weird. It's
plus
weird.
5.
It is weird. It's episode
Plus
13.
5. Holy.
We have death orbs.
Yeah, I
What's the total?
22. Yeah,
Okay.
I plussed my wisdom and constitution, so.
With that, we see, or we, I mean you. You see, there are actually several of these boxes, all around the room itself instead of just on the table. There is one on the table that is currently slightly glowing, but there are several others around that appear to be dormant.
I think we need a lot more crystals or cores to power this room.
Well, I mean, there is one on the table. It's not really glowing, but it's kind of glowing.
Can I just like grab the core from the teleporter? Like we saw Sharu's do the old switcheroony. Can I just grab the core from the teleporter room and then bring it into here and start plugging it into boxes?
You could. If you walk back out and grab it, that room you'll see the panel disappear.
Mhm.
And as the the bottom will begin to stop glowing. But you do bring it back over and plug it in. You can plug it into any one of the panels.
Table.
Okay. As you plug it into the table, the rest of the consoles will light up.
Yay.
And instead of depicting a map of the ship, it depicts something. It's hard for you to tell what it is. Various dots would appear to be some sort of like surrounding something.
You got the space map.
I think I did get
Yeah.
a space map.
The Milky Way.
I don't know what this is. This is weird. Is there like any interactive buttons on it?
You can tell right now, no, but as you're kind of looking at the map, you see that there's like a big orb in the middle, and there's like several others out. Actually, yes, there would be a button. You see a little like, I guess like a up down, like two green and like red buttons again.
Green.
Zoom in.
As you press the green, the orbs will move slightly and then stop.
Green again.
As you press it, this time for a little longer, you notice that the orbs move a little like consistently and then stop. It appears you can hold this.
Holding it in.
As you hold it, the orbs will do their rotations around this larger orb. Before you see eventually like a green dot appear and slowly close in on the orb second furthest from this larger orb.
I have no idea what this is.
Roll the green dot before it, over the table.
I know what this is, but Rue would never ever understand star maps or trajectory or orbiting planets.
That green dot, though, that's how they represented where we were on the first map. So
I thought this was like the ship coming to crash land on Ragosia, which is the second farthest planet from the sun, which is what I was assuming.
Probably is what.
What
it
do
is.
I know?
But we probably interpret it as like, oh, that must be us or whatever we're on here now. Is it our world? Question mark?
And this at least makes sense.
This makes sense to you. This is a star chart, or at least a system chart for you.
Yeah.
As you continue to hold Rue, you will notice that the furthest most planet stops even while you're holding in the button. It then disappears.
Yeah. That's the bug home planet that got destroyed or something. And that's why they're pioneering over here.
I think
As you
that's
continue
magic
holding,
sucked.
the next planet
Yeah.
stops and then disappears.
Oh, you're right. You just called it.
Yeah.
I think those are planting up.
Yeah, these planets are getting sucked up, bro.
God.
Damn.
And how many more between?
As
I'll
you keep
holding it.
keep holding it, more and more disappear until the third furthest from the way, the sun, disappears as
That's
well.
the one right before us.
And we're next.
And then, as you're holding
We
it
gotta get to
down,
level 20, guys.
you reach the green button. No longer lets you skip anywhere forward, and you make me a just slight perception check. It's not hard.
So it's
Nope.
I just want to see if Rue
it's a
catches on to
triangle.
this.
map.
What'd you roll?
We suck.
Wow. Okay.
We suck.
You just assume that's like something in the map. Anyone else want to roll a perception
yeah, I
for
might
that?
as well.
Okay. There's no way. What'd you roll?
Nat 20.
Oh!
Of course it's you.
Finally, we don't miss a lord dump.
Wait, I rolled a 2 on my lore dump, dude.
Okay, you might not even see it.
Happens
either.
to all of us.
You definitely see it. As what appears to be this retelling almost, it hits its end. You see what appears to be almost, while seemingly impossible, a 4-fingered hand reaching towards the second planet.
She's like, can she piece together the tower creature and the planets kind of slowly disappearing? Like, oh wait, I kind of heard planets being shattered into non-existence.
This would
It's all
Remotely-
coming together.
this would remotely match what Lily has told you.
She's like, oh, fuck.
Lord.
She's like, guys, I think whoever was pirating this ship was running from these guys, our unks or whatever.
I saw this in my fortune telling thing.
Was it a big hand
I
reaching around the planet?
It was hand adjacent.
I wonder if
Did
one
you
of
call
our
it
unks is a
tentacles?
bug.
Yeah. Yeah, but it ate the world. It swallowed the world up.
Oh my god, the world's got shattered, like Lily said. So, they were running from it.
Wow.
Oh my god, are the unks like the precursor like Silver Surfer?
Dude.
Uh,
I don't know.
I-
This is go-
I don't know.
Yes.
I've never.
Yeah,
I don't get that
kinda,
reference,
yeah.
unfortunately.
So like Silver Surfer works for Galactus. Galactus devours worlds.
He's
Silver
cool.
Surfer is the precursor.
You
who
know,
goes to
thinking
the
about it,
planet.
I really
Like-
didn't realize how close I made this to Galactus
Yeah,
unintentionally.
it's
That
like,
was the
it's
first
like
thing I
really
thought of.
weird.
That
I'm
was not the
sorry.
first thing I
Like,
thought of.
Probert is the Silver Surfer, bro, and he came here
Mhm.
to.
I think any
Prep
of
the
them were
world.
technically the soul. Then again, she did say if any of them arrive on this planet, like step foot on it, that means something very, very bad will
Robert was
happen.
on both feet standing on this planet.
Yeah,
He's a rule breaker though.
He
he
is a
also is a
Rollerbreaker.
rule breaker.
He's a little rebel.
I think like if another unk comes, we should be scared.
Lily literally said, "Be ready for a square down."
It
Pretty
is-
much
At this moment, as you all are kind of like realizing, like
having this revelation.
having this revelation, and you two are
And
like,
we're
maybe we should
tonguing
put another
balls.
boat
They
in?
were tongue and balls. I do put some of the smaller shoebox sized stuff, like metal boxes, into my bag.
Okay.
So
As you do,
This wasn't a waste.
you
We did get
all
space metal.
hear, even though you're in separate rooms, a alarm
What the
go off.
fuck was the spider?
It's a spider.
Yeah.
That's probably Rue.
As
You
a
leave 'em-
strange sort of voice, not in your language, comes over saying something, and then another voice comes on in a different language until all these voices are like kind of talking at once, and then eventually you hear in Burgosian Common, intrusion detected at Genesis Bay, deploying security.
Who's in the Genesis Bay?
It's the spider.
It's the spider.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And that is where we will end
We're not
today's
gonna get the
session.
chance to adopt her. She's gonna die.
That was something you're
Jack,
probably very
outro
happy
us.
about.
Thank you so much for watching. My face isn't on the camera right now. Hang on.
Get down. Get down.
Oh, my knees, dude. Thank you so much for watching. That is the end of session 12, 11 for me.
No.
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 I'm saying
13, brother.
13. Yes, 13,
Cut.
12 for me. And
Like,
you
share,
enjoyed
subscribe.
watching. I really,
Comment. Comment.
Please,
I don't
I'm
know.
staff farming on YouTube Studios.
I'm trying to finish the outro.
Sorry.
God, I
was
was
begging.
and I get yelled at for not doing an intro, and then I get interrupted, and now I'm trying to do an outro, and I can't do it.
Dude, your outro was
Thanks for
your,
watching.
your outro was